Carr in the lane, puts a half hook up. That's no good. Now there's a whistle. And now we got some pushing and shoving. As one of the Kentucky players got knocked down, Owe comes in with Gainey. And Ziegler points to the scoreboard. And now they're going to separate, and we'll go to the monitor. Ziegler waving on the Tennessee fans. But we're, of course, below courtside here, and it's at the other end. Really hard to see what happened, but there were some bodies flying, and some guys were pushing and shoving.
They've been flying. There's been a lot of contact. Kentucky's they're frustrated.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And maybe a little bit embarrassed. I mean, Tennessee is just taking them out of the game. You know, I mean.
The previous action is under review.
So we'll see what they're looking at underneath. There was some pushing and shoving going on, and but it's 70-55. Tennessee leads Kentucky. The Volunteers trying to get to 30 wins on the season for just the third time in school history.
Would be a big one.
No question.
Big 30 against Kentucky.
Zakai Ziegler came into the game also 19th on the all-time Tennessee scoring list with 16 points tonight. He is 1 point behind Santiago Vescovi to move into 18th place. Now we mentioned Chaz Lanier. Now with 665 points this season, which is the 12th most in Tennessee history for a single season, passing Bernard King, who had 661.
Might have been a few fewer games.
Few fewer games, that's exactly right. Allen Houston's 11th on the list, 669, so Lanier's making a run at him as well. So the officials now are still huddling at midcourt, trying to figure out who's zooming who here a little bit.
Offset and play on.
Now they're going to go back to the monitor and look again. Bert, I'm with you. It's the replay is nice, but it's these delays are just ridiculous.
It's a 15-point game.
Let's see if Doug Schall's going to tell us anything. Both teams are huddled up. And now they're going to go back and look again.
After further review, we have a double flagrant 1 foul on 22 blue and white 11. They offset. Therefore, we'll put the ball in after the made bucket. It'll be Tennessee's ball on the baseline.
All that for that.
Yeah, we could have told them that from up here, from down here where we're sitting.
So 4:43 remaining. Tennessee leads 70-55. And Coach Barnes still trying to get an explanation from Doug Schall's. Bernama all for getting it right, but this takes just all the flow out of basketball games.
Yeah.
It's done it all season. So we'll see if they talk about that during the offseason, how to speed these things up. 4:43 remaining. Tennessee in front of Kentucky, 70-55. Dubar to throw it inbounds. Kentucky pressing all over the floor now. Dubar gets it inbounds to Ziegler. Back to Dubar, now to Ziegler. Ziegler lobs it in front court to Lanier. Tennessee's going to spread the floor as Kentucky's playing a little chase now. Ziegler top of the key. Gives to Lanier. Back to Ziegler out front. Ziegler with Bray on. And Ziegler drives. Gets right to the basket. It's going to be fouled. Ziegler, that thing opened up. Ziegler went right down the lane and got fouled. Brea picks up the foul. That's his first.
It doesn't have to open up long for him to hit the hole.
No. Seventh team foul on Kentucky, but this will be a two-shot foul for Ziegler. Ziegler 4 of 5 at the line tonight. He'll have 2 shots. Takai fires and hits. Meshack is back in, and Dubar takes a seat. Dubar's helped Tennessee tonight.
He's played well. Sure has.
Ziegler goes for his 18th point, and he gets it. Tennessee now leads at 72-55. Cats running out of time. Williams spins on Akpar, goes to the basket, missed a slam with the left hand. The ball is now tipped out to Butler, now to Brea. Brea working one-on-one against Lanier. Drops it off down low to Williams. Williams against Akpar. Akpar haven't given up an inch to him.
No, he hadn't.
Williams across the lane, goes up with the left hand, no. And he gets fouled as Akpar picks up his third. That'll take us to the under 4 break. 3:55 remaining. And Williams will shoot for Kentucky when we come back. Timeout on the floor. Our score here in Indianapolis is Tennessee 72 and Kentucky 55.
Hey, Vol Nation, it's Coach Rick Barnes. You know, each time I hear our fans singing Rocky Top, I'm reminded why it's great to be a Tennessee Volunteer. Out here, our blood runs orange and our passion for tradition runs deep. As the official pit stop of the Vols, Pilot is steeped in Tennessee tradition with a passion for the open road that stretches back more than half a century. That's why from I-40 to the Sweet 16, you can count on Pilot to make the journey unforgettable. See you out here.
Just over the mountain in North Carolina is a destination that takes entertainment to a higher elevation. Treat yourself to an unforgettable getaway in Cherokee, North Carolina. Enjoy resort accommodations, celebrity chef restaurants, world-class golf, exciting shows, shopping, and so much more. Book your stay at visitcherokeenc.com. And with Interstate 40 now open, it's even easier to get there. Take your entertainment to a higher elevation. Cherokee Resorts and Entertainment, official partner of the Tennessee Volunteers.
It's Big Orange basketball time. And as the official healthcare provider of the Vols, the University of Tennessee Medical Center is proud to serve you, UT athletes, and Vol fans living in East Tennessee. Like the Vols, we recognize the power of leadership and teamwork to achieve the best results. That's wisdom for your life and wisdom where you live. Visit wisdomnearme.com to find a location near you.
UT fans know it takes teamwork to win. And when you choose Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, you can get it all. Medical, dental, vision, and wellness from a mission-driven company that has been right here for over 75 years. So you get the simplicity of one card and the peace of mind of one team working together for your health wherever you go. Now that is a huge win. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee.
You're listening to March Madness, fall network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers in the NCAA basketball tournament with Bob Kessling and Bert Bertelkamp.
72-55, Tennessee leads Kentucky. And we have 3:55 remaining in the contest. Tennessee for the game now 27 of 54 from the floor, 50%, 5 of 18 at three-point range, and 13 out of 17 at the free throw stripe. For the Cats, 21 of 47 from the floor, 44%, 5 of 14 from three-point range, that's 35%, 8 of 11 at the free throw stripe. Bert, the fewest points that Kentucky has scored in a game this year is 65 against Ohio State. They're going to have to get on their horse to get there tonight.
Have to hustle, make a couple threes. They're not going to get there.
Well, that says something about Tennessee's defense.
Sure does.
Kentucky just never could run its offense tonight.
Not one bit. They didn't have they hardly had a good possession. They've had a couple decent ones the second half. First half, they didn't have any.
Williams at the line. Williams, the transfer from Drexel, pushes it up there with the left hand and scores. Hits the first one. He's got 12. He'll try it again. Williams with 12 points on the night and missed the second. Gainey rebounds. Gainey's stuffing the stats tonight.
He is.
Gets another rebound. That's 3 of them for him. 3:47 to go. Tennessee leads 72-56. Ziegler between the circles. Out by midcourt. Butler's trying to guard him. Here's Lanier coming off the screen, turns, fires, good.
All day.
Noah had no chance.
No chance.
17 for Lanier.
He's not even in the same zip code.
74-56. This is the first ever NCAA tournament matchup between these longtime rivals, Tennessee and Kentucky. Trent Noah gives it down low to Williams. Williams with Okpara on him. On the left block, turns, goes up against Okpara and scores. That was a tough move.
Felix is standing up.
Yep.
He just got overpowered that time by Williams.
74-58, 14 points for Williams. Kentucky pressing. Lanier gets it across the line. Gives to Okpara. Under 3 minutes to go in this game. Ziegler. Coach Barnes says spread the floor. Ziegler gives to Lanier. Lanier couldn't handle the pass, and it glances off his hand. Williams comes up with the steal. Williams goes all the way coast to coast, and Meshack knocks it off Williams.
He shacked him.
Williams thought he was going to take it the length of the floor and slam it. Meshack, you're not doing that.
Said, not on us, you're not.
He ran it down and banked it off Williams' thigh out of bounds. I think Williams was shocked that Meshack caught up to him. And now Williams goes out of the game.
Meshack, what a player.
(74-58), 2:29 to go. Meshack loops the pass in front to backcourt to Lanier. Back to Meshack. They finally get it across the line. 2:20 to go. Tennessee in no hurry right now.
No, they'll just burn a little clock.
Here's a pass. Chandler almost gets the steal, knocks it out of bounds. It'll still be Tennessee basketball with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gainey to throw it inside front court. Gainey fires it inbounds to Ziegler. Down to Lanier. Long three. He's bouncing. No good. Meshack gets the offensive rebound. Keeps it alive, and Garrison reaches in and fouls him.
That's all they can do.
Isn't it amazing? That ball, it was up in the air. Looked like Kentucky had it, and Meshack comes out of nowhere. So Meshack will go to the line. You know, he's only got 2 points on the night. It's not like, you know, he's throwing up all these numbers. But look what he does in terms of getting turnovers, getting offensive rebounds.
He's got 4 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He's only taken 3 shots.
Yeah.
He's not out there to score, is he?
Nope.
He's out there to wreak havoc on the other team.
Meshack fires. He missed it short. Meshack has 8 NCAA tournament wins, which is the most by a Tennessee player, as Owe gets loose and slams it. Kentucky takes a timeout to make it 74-60. So timeout Cats with 1:51 remaining. Meshack and Ziegler, Bert, now have played in 109 winning games in Tennessee history.
Wow.
109 games.
That's a lot. That really is.
And when you look at Meshack, this will be his 9th NCAA tournament win. He passes Wayne Chisholm, who had 7.
Awesome.
Yeah, just you know, when you go back and look at Meshack in 10 years, you won't be overwhelmed by his rebounding. You won't be overwhelmed by his passing. You won't be overwhelmed by his scoring, but you will be overwhelmed by the number of winning games he played in.
Winning games and players he's locked up.
Yes.
Because he's locked up a few.
And he's done that tonight, 74-60. Kentucky led one time tonight, and that was when it was 3-2 early in the game. And Brea hit a tough three-point shot. It was tied at 4. And then Tennessee has led since. Inbounds pass goes to Gainey. Now to Lanier. Up front, Ziegler passes to Milicic, and he was behind everybody and slams it home. Another assist for Zakai Ziegler. And that should put him at 10 for the game. We'll double check that. Could give him a double-double. 90 seconds to go. And Owe gets down the lane and lays it up and in. 76-62. And a foul now is going to be called. And that is his 10th assist. So Ziegler, 18 points, 10 assists. Sakai now has 6 double-doubles this season with points and assists, 14 for his career. And Meshack at the line. He was fouled. With 1:18 to go, Brea's coming back into the game, and Trent Noah goes out. Well, Kentucky will be one of these interesting teams next year, Bert. They're going to have to rebuild it again, tear it down and build it back up like a lot of teams are going to have to do.
Both these teams.
Yep. Meshack at the line, shoots and hits.
I mean, every team in the country practically.
Yeah. Meshack's career high is against Kentucky. He had 16 last year. Meshack, second free throw, bounces in. Meshack with 4 points. Akpara comes back into the game, and Milicic will take a seat. 78-62. Tennessee 1 minute, 18 seconds away from the Elite Eight. Butler in front court, gives to Brea, back to Butler. Butler spins on the baseline, turns and fires a three. Good. So Butler's come alive here in the second half. Had a very quiet first half. But now Butler has 17 points, and Coach Pope makes another timeout call with 1:05 remaining. 78-65.
It's time for them to crank the bus, head to Lexington.
They're trying to play it out as long as they can.
Yeah, wishful thinking. They're done.
Bert, I thought from the very start of this game, Tennessee was really locked in.
I did too. You could tell in the first 5 or 6 minutes, Tennessee had more energy. They played harder. They were quicker to the ball. They ran their offense better, and their defense totally stifled Kentucky. They didn't get the open looks at three. And when they don't get that, they have a hard time scoring. Because Butler's a good player, but he doesn't really break you down like some point guards, like Ziegler does.
Yeah.
And they just struggled to get good looks, and they were frustrated. Then they ran out of gas. They were just flat for the last 10 minutes of the first half and really the start of the second half.
Tennessee was able to build a 19-point lead in the first half.
Yep.
39-20, led at halftime, 43-28. And the second half, you just kept waiting for a run by Kentucky. Never came. They got it to 11 at 31-20. Got it to 13, 55-42. 13 at 58-45. But then Tennessee, when it was 12 at 60-48, Tennessee got a slam by Akpara and then a steal and a three-point shot by Ziegler. So it went from 60-48 to 65-48. And Kentucky was done after that.
Yeah, they were. They've been done for a while.
1:05 remaining. Tennessee's got the ball. Ziegler trying to throw it in, does so to Meshack. Back to Ziegler. Ziegler going to throw a pass ahead to Gainey. 1 minute to go in the game. Tennessee again spreads the floor. Gainey double team, gets it back to Ziegler. Ziegler drives to the corner, brings it back out, goes to the free throw line. Now to Meshack.
How'd you like to be chasing Ziegler?
Milicic throws it down low, pass deflected and stolen by Kentucky. Butler comes out of there with a steal. 37 seconds to go. Butler works on Milicic. Fakes, can't get a shot off. Brea went up, lost the ball. Milicic gets the loose ball, gives to Milicic, and then Milicic's pass is stolen by Chandler. And that's stolen by Meshack with 20 seconds to go in the game.
Little playground ball here at the end.
Back and forth, and now Tennessee's going to spread the floor. And the Volunteers are going to dribble it out. The Tennessee fans across the way stand, and they'll count it down to a trip to the Elite Eight. Tonight, the Tennessee Volunteers dominate the Kentucky Wildcats. And the Vols going into their third ever Elite Eight as they knock off the Cats 78-65, holding Kentucky to its lowest scoring game of the season, as Tennessee just was tremendous all night long and only trailed once in this game at 3-2. And after that, Tennessee just controlled the tempo of this game. And what an impressive win as Tennessee gets to 30-7 on the season. Only the third team in Tennessee history to get to 30 wins in a campaign.
And who better to get the 30th win against than Kentucky? They totally dominated Kentucky today. Offense, defense, rebounding, turnovers, everything you can do right, Tennessee did, and they deserve a lot of credit for a big win. Going to the Elite Eight feels good.
So now Tennessee will wait to see who they'll play in the Elite Eight, as Tennessee will go against the winner of the next game, which will start in about 25 minutes between Houston and the Purdue Boilermakers. Kentucky, they end the season at 24-12. It's amazing when you rebuild an entire roster that had the type season really Kentucky had, because they had a lot of key wins. They beat Duke, they beat Gonzaga, they beat Tennessee twice.
We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
Welcome back here to Lucas Oil Stadium, where Purdue will take on the number 1 seed Houston Cougars in Indianapolis as part of the Midwest region. At the Sweet 16, it's time now for our Scouting Report segment presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Joined now by assistant coach Brandon Brantley. And coach, last weekend, those 2 games out in Providence, the victory over High Point, followed up by the victory over McNeese, has taken us here to the Sweet 16. And now over our last 8 tournaments, we've reached the Sweet 16 or further. Just talk about that accomplishment and how impressive that is.
Man, I told the guys before the tournament started, I could remember my freshman year, and we didn't qualify for the tournament. And I can remember sitting on my bed in my dorm room watching the tournament, just, you know, I don't want to say depressed, because I wasn't depressed, but I'm willing to bet it was pretty close to it. I was jealous because I knew a lot of guys that played in the tournament, and then we finally made it. I was like, oh man, this has got to be one of the most greatest things in sports. And so, as a player, as a coach, man, you're always grateful for being able to be included in this thing. So, whenever you hear your name called, you know, it's special. Of course, you want to go as far as you can, but I'm just really grateful to just be here, especially with a great group of guys, and to still be able to be playing right now.
Well, it's well known certainly that this team goes with the production of our big 3, Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman, Brendan Fletcher, Lawyer. That being said, the role players play an important part of the equation as well, and I feel like here as of late we've gotten some really good contributions from our role guys. Just how impressive you've been with their play here so far early in the tournament?
These guys have done a really good job. The season is hard. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, a lot of adversity, and I can say all of these guys, you know, never gave up, you know, when it got tough. You know, maybe had some rough games in January, February, but this is what it's about, is to prepare you for this moment. And so the bench has been great. I'm so proud of like Will Bird, because he was a guy that you know, wouldn't get in like multiple games, and we needed him late in the season, and man, he's done a great job with a smile on his face. So man, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's certainly been fun seeing Will contribute here in the tournament and have some bright spots. That tip-in he had at the end of the first half in that game the other day was a big moment. All right, tonight's opponent, the Houston Cougars, the number 1 seed in the Midwest region, both the regular season and conference tournament champions out of the Big 12, led by head coach Kelvin Sampson. And they also currently have the longest winning streak in the country at 15 games. How would you describe this identity of this Houston team?
Just tough, gritty, you know, hustle. They do a really good job of playing hard and getting after it. So I don't know if I mean, if you had to think about one team in America that embodied those words I just said, it would be the Houston Cougars. So this is the one game you always tell your guys, you know, especially with us, because it's on our wall in our practice facility. It's on our practice shorts. Play hard, play hard, play hard. And you say that about everybody, but tonight, like, you really do have to play hard because, you know, they're some warriors.
Well, this team is not only a tough and gritty team, as you mentioned, they have all those qualities. They're also the top defensive team from an efficiency standpoint per KenPom, so they bring all that to the table, but they also bring elite three-point shooting to the table as well. They are ranked near the top in the country in three-point percentage, just under 40% as a team, but it's predominantly done by their three guards. Milos Uzan, LJ Cryer, and Emmanuel Sharp are kind of that three-headed monster. You know, what besides their great three-point shooting makes them such a lethal combination?
I don't think their bigs get enough credit because
of course the big man wants to give a little credit to the big fellas.
No, they do a really good job of chasing down misses, fighting in the paint. Tugler he's the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. I think he does a really good job of holding down the paint for Houston. Roberts is I kind of likened him to a guy like Trey Kaufman. He's just a lefty, but does a really good job of playing physical, knows how to use his body. You know, he shoots those floaters. So you can't live and die by the three-point shot. And so Roberts he does a great job of kind of balancing that out. So I don't think those guards are really, really good, but those bigs they're incredible in the paint.
Yeah, such a well-rounded team, as you talked about, the perimeter play, but then the bigs are special as well. All right, final question for you. A chance to go to the Elite Eight tonight if you can get the win over the Cougars. It's going to be a daunting task, but what are some of the keys to victory here tonight?
They do a great job of offensive rebounding. We've got to make sure we limit those second chance opportunities. We've got to do a great job of those guards are all different players. I think Uzan is the head of the snake. Yep. He initiates the offense. He moves the ball. We've got to be disruptive with him. We can't give LJ Cryer any space. We want to take up his space on catches, make it hard for him, make him have to live off of mid-range shots. I don't think you can let any of those guards live on the arc. But if we can in transition, keep them off the glass, keep them out of the paint, I think we'll have a chance.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Boiler up.
Assistant Coach Brandon Brantley with our Scouting Report segment, brought to you as it always is by Purdue Global. By the way, fans, we have been given an exact tip time for Purdue and Houston, 10:28 Eastern. 10:28 Eastern. Purdue and Houston will tip it off here in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. While we have a moment, let us pause. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. When we come back to our pregame show, how about a scoreboard update with Bobby Riddell? That'll help us kill some time. 10:28 for the tip, Purdue and Houston. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni. We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up!
Welcome back here to Lucas Oil Stadium, where Purdue will be taking on the Houston Cougars in the Sweet 16. Tip time updated at 10:28 Eastern Time. Time now to take a look at our out-of-town scores, and we'll go back through the Sweet 16 games that have been played so far, starting with yesterday's action. Out in the West region, the number 1 seed Florida Gators took down the 4 seed Maryland Terrapins 87-71. The other game played in that West region, the nightcap, went to overtime, and the 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders came back in a big-time fashion to take down 10-seeded Arkansas 85-83. One of the bigger upsets in Sweet 16 history, or excuse me, one of the bigger comebacks in Sweet 16 history pulled off there by the Red Raiders, as Arkansas had a big lead most of that game. In the East region, played last night, the 1 seed Duke Blue Devils defeated the 4 seed Arizona Wildcats 100-93, and the 2 seed Alabama Crimson Tide defeated the 6 seed BYU 113-88. Tonight's action so far, the 6 seed Ole Miss falls in a close one to 2 seed Michigan State 73-70 in the South region. The other game in the South region currently underway, the Michigan Wolverines, the 5 seed, taking on the 1 seed Auburn Tigers. And with 15:52 to go in the first half, Auburn leads that game 8-5. And then the Tennessee Volunteers in the Midwest region defeated Kentucky 78-65 in that 2-3 matchup. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, everyone, and thank you for staying up late with us on this Friday night. It is Sweet 16 action. Purdue, the 4 seed, taking on Houston, the 1 seed, as the Boilermakers and the Cougars will tangle. Let's talk to Purdue head coach Matt Painter, get his pregame thoughts on this one. They're brought to you by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference for Purdue Fed at purduefed.com. Coach, just a quick thought on last week in Rhode Island before we do move ahead to the task at hand tonight. Of all the things I like about winning, especially in the NCAA tournament, maybe the one thing I like the most, just me personally, is how well you guys rebounded the basketball. Yeah. Something that hadn't been a strength really through the course of the season, but you were basically plus 20 for all intents and purposes in both games.
Yeah, we did a great job. I thought we were quick to the basketball. We were around the basketball. And a lot of times rebounding is just not one thing. You know, just being above the rim, going to get it. Sometimes you're chasing down long rebounds, getting those 50-50 balls, and that's what we're able to do. But with all that being said, like this is the challenge for us. You know, I think when we played Auburn, when we played Texas A&M was the best in the country at that time. That's why you play them. We were not up to the challenge when it came to that category in the game. We just weren't, and we had to do a better job of embracing the physicality of the game. You talked about some of our improvements, but those are improvements against High Point and McNeese State. Like this is Houston, and they are all over the glass, and we got to do a good job of keeping our defense together, not getting out of sorts, and just having great rebound balance and chasing the ball down. I told our guys, if we can have that to where we out-rebound them, all right, that's going to put us in a very good position for this game.
And to the point I think you're making there, and you've talked about this often when it comes to scheduling out of conference, where you actually have a little bit of control in the schedule. That's why you schedule at Texas A&M for a game like tonight, right?
Yeah, a lot of people talked about it since we were undefeated 3 non-conferences in a row. Like, say we might have overscheduled, and you don't want to do that. You want to get those opponents to what it looks like. When we were in San Diego and we beat Ole Miss, I said that's the team you're going to have to beat to go to the Sweet 16. And then you get beat by Auburn, and I said this is the team that you're going to have to beat to go to the Elite Eight or go to the Final Four. And here we are. Now playing in the Big Ten Conference and having that kind of non-conference, have we got ourselves prepared? So this is the showcase right now, but we've really worked hard. We've really put ourselves in a good position here, and this challenge for us, just going out and playing hard and competing.
Well, I don't know if there's anyone in the schedule you could you could find in the country, maybe the Boston Celtics, that defensively as good as Houston. How in the world do you find a way to score against these guys?
Oh, they're great, man. You got to execute. You got to have a good pace to you. You got to set good screens. You got to understand what they're doing. But you also got to protect the basketball. They're good at doubling in the post. They're good at being aggressive on ball screens. So, like, when they get two on the ball, you got to be able to use your pass fakes, your shot fakes, and get the ball out of there and get them in rotations. When you can do that, you can have success. But that's the key. Can you do that? Not a lot of people have been able to consistently do that this year.
Something that allows him to have the success he has had. Just looking at his numbers prepping this week, now 4 straight 30-win seasons at Houston, 12 times a National Coach of the Year. I mean, every stop he's been, this guy's had great success.
No, great coach. And the thing that they've added to it is they're the number 1 three-point shooting team in the country. So when you got the best defense and you got the best three-point shooters and you got big physical guys who can rebound and defend and alter shots, that's the recipe for success. But it's just a great program. He's done such a great job of getting his type of guys, getting them to compete, getting them to sacrifice for the program, and that's what it's about. You don't have that kind of success if you don't get guys to do that.
Couple of notables player-wise, and then I'll cut you loose, Coach. L.J. Cryer and Juwan Roberts, two of the best, obviously, we're going to see all year. Both older players. Cryer, a fifth-year guy. Roberts, a sixth-year player. But, man, two of the best, huh?
Yeah, no question. We recruited L.J. Cryer, had him on an official visit, had a home visit. Very good scorer. Very, very streaky. Guy that can really, really get it going, playing on both ends of the floor. Obviously had good numbers at Baylor's, had great numbers here at Houston. He's an All-American. Juwan Roberts has just been a program guy for Houston. Just gradually got better, got into his third and fourth year. And then he started to score a little bit, but has always been able to rebound the ball. Just tough on tough, man. And he's just a type of cornerstone that you got to have in your program that does a little bit of everything.
In closing, Coach Painter, a lot of guys on this team that compete for Purdue tonight that have been down this road before. We're in a tough Sweet 16 battle last year against Gonzaga.
Right.
How much might that experience help this evening?
Well, you hope it helps a lot. That's the whole point of just keep getting in these tournaments, keep trying to win games, advance games, win championships, get into Final Fours, win Big Ten championships, tournament championships. Like, we have a pretty good resume ourselves, and that's what you want. You want your experience to come out in these type of games.
Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here tonight.
All right, thanks.
Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. Keys to the game from Bobby Riddell when we come back to Lucas Oil Stadium. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They are all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry Report total sales.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield. Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Also brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Purdue the 4 seed, Houston the 1 seed. Sweet 16 action from downtown Indianapolis and Lucas Oil Stadium. Let's get the keys for Boilermaker victory. Here's Bobby Riddell.
Thanks, Rob. Key number 1, we're going to go right into the three-point shooting. We've talked about it. It's been a piece of this equation for the Houston Cougars that's made them so elite this year. It's the top defense in the country combined with the fact that they are the second best three-point shooting team percentage-wise in the country. We're first until not too long ago. So this is a team, I'm looking at the three-point shooting. It's going to be a big piece of this game today. Which team has the edge in three-point shooting could go a long way, and who wins this game? Both teams average roughly 8 made threes per game. And as I talked about Houston, a great team percentage-wise. Purdue's right up there as well. Top 15 in the country in three-point percentage. Looking at Houston, in their 4 losses combined, they've been outscored at that three-point line, or as far as made three-point field goals. They've allowed their opponents to make 39 threes in those 4 losses, while they've just made 27 in those 4 losses. So if Purdue can win the three-point battle tonight, that would be a big advantage for Purdue and would help to try to pull out that win. One of the vulnerabilities of this Houston defense is their tendency to allow open threes when they get aggressive with their trapping defense. Can Purdue's players on the weak side be ready to catch and shoot? Second key, rebounding. Purdue's got to be able to survive on the glass. They did such a great job in their first 2 wins, defeating High Point and McNeese on the glass from a rebounding margin standpoint of plus 39. Can't allow Houston to get a bunch of second chance opportunities the way they crash the glass. Coach Luss calls them savage rebounders. They like to get these tip outs out to the perimeter. Purdue really focusing on their perimeter players to make sure they stay in the play and don't leak out. Third and final key, how does Braden handle their aggressive ball screen defense? We know Braden is such an important playmaker for this Purdue offense. They're going to be aggressive, trapping him on those ball screens. If he makes the right play, gets it out of his hands, Purdue can play 4-on-3 advantage basketball.
That's it for the pregame show. Starting lineups presented by Hayes & Sons, along with the opening tip-off when we come back to downtown Indianapolis. It's Purdue, it's Houston, it's the Sweet 16, and this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers, players, and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to be longtime fans and supporters of Purdue Athletics. Also brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. Survive and advance. Live from Indianapolis, Indiana, it's the Sweet 16. It's Purdue and Houston. The tip is moments away. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air.
Sweet 16 action, Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis. Purdue and Houston. Let's get to the starting lineups presented by Hayes & Sons, helping Boilermakers restore their property damaged by fire, water, mold, or storms for over 42 years. At Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. The Houston Cougars are the 1 seed in the Midwest. They're the Big 12 champions. They're 32-4 on the season. Here's how they will line up. In the backcourt, point guard Milos Uzan, a 6'4 junior from Las Vegas, all Big 12 second-teamer this year. He's joined in the backcourt by L.J. Cryer, the 6'1", 200-pound, fifth-year grad student, originally from Baylor University and from Katy, Texas. He's a third-team All-American this year as L.J. Cryer. In the front court, it's Emmanuel Sharp, a 6'3", 210-pound redshirt junior from Tampa, Florida. 2 years ago, he was all-freshman team in the AAC. Joining him in the front court is Joseph Tugler, 6'8", 230-pound sophomore from Monroe, Louisiana. Had a double-double against Gonzaga last Saturday, did Tugler. He's also the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. And finally, it's Jawan Roberts, a 6'8", 235-pound, sixth-year player, originally from the Virgin Islands, all Big 12 first-team performer this year, who has over 1,200 points, over 1,000 rebounds in his career. Cougars are coached by Kelvin Sampson in his 11th season as the head coach of the University of Houston. In his 36th season overall, he has won 796 career games. The Boilermakers are the 4 seed. They're 24-11 on the year. Here's how they will go. The point guard, Braden Smith, 6 foot, 170-pound junior from Westfield. The young man who was just named earlier this week one of the 4 finalists, recognizing the top player in college basketball. He's joined in the backcourt by Fletcher Lawyer, the 6'5 junior from Fort Wayne, who had 15 points against McNeese on Saturday. Also in the backcourt, C.J. Cox, the 6'3 freshman from Lexington, Massachusetts, who had 11 points against McNeese on Saturday. The forward, Caleb First, a 6'10", 235-pound junior from Fort Wayne, who he himself has now played in 141 games. That's a school record with this start here tonight. And the big man in the middle is Trey Kaufman-Wren, 6'9", 230-pound redshirt junior, Sellersburg High School, 22 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists against McNeese last Saturday in Providence. Last 5 games of the year, Trey Kaufman's averaging 25 points, 9 rebounds a game. Boilermakers are coached by Matt Painter, the Boilermaker boss in his 20th season as the head coach of Purdue basketball. 471 wins as the boss of Boilermaker Hoops. Our 3-man officiating crew for this one tonight: Paul Zells, Barquise Pettigrew, and Tony Chiapas. Purdue wears black as the designated road team. Black jerseys, black shorts. It reads Purdue in old gold in capital block lettering across the chest. Old gold numerals front and back with gold piping. Houston's in home whites. They're the designated home team as the 1 seed. It reads Houston in red cursive across the chest with red numerals front and back and red piping. Tugler at 6'8" will jump center against Caleb First at 6'10". Lucas Oil Stadium, they tell us we have about 35,000 in the building here tonight for this Sweet 16 get-together. Elevated floor, by the way, so it's not a great vantage point for Bob and I. We're courtside, but we're looking at the knees of the players as they run past us. Paul Zells will throw the ball up center court. Tip is one to the left into the backcourt, handled by the Houston Cougars, and we are underway. Lucas Oil Stadium, Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Uzan, the point guard, throws it left block extended, caught by Jawan Roberts, working on first in the man-to-man offense. Purdue runs a double team at Roberts. He throws it out to Sharp, who's on the perimeter right. Bounces it right block to Tugler. Here's a double team at Tugler. Down to the far right side, it goes to Sharp. Deep 3 against the shot clock is missed off the back of the rim and rebounded by Purdue's C.J. Cox. Good start for Purdue defensively. 4 forcing a tough shot.
Really good rotations, Purdue defensively, as they're digging down on those low post players for Houston. Great job getting out on the shooters.
Braden Smith, perimeter left, dribbling with the right hand, guarded here by Roberts at 6'8". Now between the circles. Chest pass left wing, it goes to Fletcher Lawyer. Top of the key catch for C.J. Cox. Shot clock at 5. C.J. still dribbling. Shot clock at 3. To Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's going to spin. He's going to shoot a wild shot. It was blocked, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Purdue just could not get into any offense there, and a Purdue turnover to start the game. Both teams really struggled to get a good shot in their first possession. Houston missed a jumper. Purdue ends up with a shot clock violation.
That was ugly. Probably the good news for Purdue was it was a shot clock violation. It didn't lead to a run out for Houston in transition.
Uzan guarded by Cox, center court as he comes over the timeline left to right, and a steal for C.J. Cox. A steal and a run out. Ahead to Braden Smith. Layup good. And a pick six leads to a layup for Braden Smith. Purdue leads 2-0.
Wow, Braden's knee kind of gave out on him on that layup, but fortunately he still finished. But what a pocket picking situation by C.J. Cox, just taking the ball of Uzan.
26th steal of the year for C.J. Cox. Pryor, left baseline, 15 feet away, it's long. Rebounded off the weak side by Houston, and then a foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Emmanuel Sharp caught the rebound underneath the basket. He was falling out of bounds to our right, and the official says he was falling out of bounds because Trey Kaufman-Renn pushed him. An early foul on TKR, Purdue's leading scorer at 20 points a game. 18-18 to go in the first half. 2-0. Purdue the lead, but an early foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Uzan inbounds, baseline left, caught by Pryor, floater up and no, off the back of the iron, no good. Long rebound into C.J. Cox's hands. C.J. already 2 rebounds and a steal in this game, and now knocked out of his hands. Baseline left, last touch by Houston. Purdue inbounds baseline right, Purdue leads 2-0. Baseline left, I beg your pardon.
Purdue, nice job there, gang rebounding after that miss to secure that opportunity.
That's what you're going to have to do against these Cougars. Baseline jumper, Fletcher Lawyer, good. 16 feet away off of the inbound pass. He hit it from the right side. Purdue leads 4-0. Well,
that's a great sign. You want to get Fletch going. He's a big-time shot maker, loves the big game. Great to see his first shot go down. Comes off that tight screen, baseline side, right in front of the inbounder, right into his shooting motion.
Houston Cougars out of the Big 12, the champions of the Big 12 Conference. They throw it inside to Roberts, trying to back down first, coming in from the left block. Stops, loses it, got it back. Out to Cryer, fakes a three. Now to Uzan. His three's on the way, good. From straight away, bucket made. That is Milos Uzan. He's a 44% three-point shooter, and it's 4-3, Purdue the lead.
That's a good job by Houston there, rotating the ball quickly around the perimeter. Smith, who was down doubling, wasn't quite able to get out there in time.
7:15 remains opening half. Braden Smith driving, going down the left side and stopping at the left block. He's double teamed. No look pass to Cox. Cox fakes a three from the right wing. Dribbles to the middle of the paint to give to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He'll spin in some trouble and lose the ball. Stolen by Houston. Here come the Cougars left to right. Pryor on the run to Sharp, dribbling in from the right block. He was fouled as he threw the ball up toward the bucket. 12 feet away, right wing. Boilermaker foul goes against C.J. Cox. First foul of the game on C.J. This will be a shooting foul, I believe, or on the floor. Nope, shooting foul for Emmanuel Sharp, the redshirt junior from Tampa, Florida, who is an 89% foul shooter.
Well, the coaching staff telling C.J. Cox on the other end, hey, shoot that basketball when you got the catch there, as Sharp rattles in the first free throw. You pass up a decent look against a defense like this. Well, we saw what happened. Kaufman-Renn tries to split two people with a spin move, gets a stripped live ball turnover. Now you're in rotations, in transition D. You end up fouling Sharp on the drive. Got to take those good, clean looks the first time you get an opportunity.
We're tied at 4 after the Sharp free throw. He bends his knees, shoots a second one, and also made it. Houston leads 5-4. 16:58 remaining. We're in the first half. Purdue right to left, wearing black unis here in Indianapolis. Braden Smith coming down the right side of the paint all the way to the rim, kicking a left corner. Faking a three, Lawyer. He'll drive into the bucket and miss the shot. Rebounded by Caleb first, but then lost out of bounds. Matt Painter telling Fletcher, hey, just shoot the open three. Don't shot fake and then dribble in there against some traffic, especially those big bodies of Houston, because that's what Fletcher did. He dribbled himself into trouble, a block shot, and it ends up being Houston ball as Will Berg will sub in for Purdue. Will Berg, the 7'2", redshirt sophomore from Sweden, replaces Trey Kaufman-Renn at the 16:42 mark.
Well, Tugler certainly made his defensive presence felt there. He's a top 4 finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, and he showed why. Came over from the weak side to contest that Lawyer layup.
Top of the key, a catch for Roberts. Faces up on Berg, drives him, stops left elbow, chest pass left wing into the hands of Sharp. Sharp into the right corner. Cryer relocates, shoots a 3 but misses. Weak side rebound's going to be grabbed by whom? It's nobody. Goes out of bounds on the Purdue bench. It was last touch, they say, by Houston. Jawan Roberts arguing with the official. He thought a Purdue player touched it last. The official disagrees. 16-18 to go. We're in the first half. It's Houston 5, Purdue 4. Houston on a 5-0 run, and Trey Kaufman-Renn subs right back into the game here to play some offense as Will Berg goes to the bench.
We're going offense for defense already with Will Berg coming in to play some D for Kaufman-Renn just because he's already got that early foul.
Lawyer a 3 straight away as a bullseye. That's what Matt Painter wanted. Pull the trigger when the opportunity presents. Purdue's up 7-5.
No question, Fletch. Anytime he gets daylight, that ball's got to go up. You don't want him attacking those bigs of Houston down low.
Fletcher shooting 45% from 3 this year, best in the Big Ten. Houston the Bull attacking the basket to our right. Uzan 15-footer straight away. Long rebound, tip back out to Uzan. Now he'll shoot a 3 and he'll make it. There's a long tip out for an extra opportunity, and Milos Uzan makes his second 3 of the game.
Well, that one hurts. It goes right out to Uzan, and he just pures that triple from deep. It looked like Cox maybe was going to get the rebound, but as we worried about, those tip outs can occur.
8-7, Houston the lead, Purdue the Bull. 15-20 to go in the opening half. Trey Kaufman-Renn fouled. He had the ball in the left corner. The double team came, but Tugler was too aggressive in the double team. He put 2 hands on Trey, and a foul is called. Timeout on the floor. Houston 8, Purdue 7. 15-18 to go first half. On a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They are all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns. We're student parents. We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
This is TKR, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Houston 8, Purdue 7, 15-18 remains. We're in the first half. We're at Lucas Oil Stadium, and this is the Sweet 16, part of March Madness and the NCAA tournament. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. Purdue starts the game 3 of 5 shooting. Houston starts the game 2 of 7, but they are 2 of 5 from the three-point line. 1 make for Uzan, 1 for Sharp. Did I give a 3 to the wrong player earlier?
No, they gave the 3 to the wrong player.
Yeah, Uzan hit both of those, didn't he?
Uzan hit them both.
Yeah, our official stats we were handed are incorrect.
Yep, Uzan made both, and right now Purdue's even on the possession battle. They're up 1 rebounding, down 1 turnovers. Hey, if you can stay right there, stay about even with these Cougars from a possession margin standpoint, you're going to get yourself a crack at it.
Purdue inbounding baseline left. We're back to action. Purdue works their way to the left bucket. Driving is Trey Kaufman-Renn. Is double teamed. Trying to step through some trouble. Finds Braden Smith top of the key and out of Lawyer. Lawyer will drive. He'll throw a floater up at the basket and count the basket. And a foul! An and 1 for Fletcher Lawyer as he grows aggressively to the bucket.
How about Fletch? Immediately on the catch. Catches that Houston defender off guard because that Houston defender turning his face and his head to find Lawyer on the kick out. He's expecting maybe a Lawyer catch and shoot opportunity. Instead, Fletch meets that pass with aggression and gets downhill, passes defender quickly, and then gets the hoop in the arm and a friendly roll.
Boilermakers at the line for the and 1 made by Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and 1 for the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and 1 is right for you. Purdue subbed in Miles Colvin, young man from right here in Indianapolis, the 6'5 sophomore. Camden Heidi's into the game as well for the Boilermakers, the 6'7 redshirt sophomore from Wayzata, Minnesota. Purdue leads 10-8. Driving with the ball, Roberts spinning, shooting with the left hand, missing a short jumper, but dunked home by the new man into the game. That's Javier Francis, 6'8 senior from New Orleans, takes the ball off to the front of the rim, dunks it in with 2 hands. We're tied at 10.
It was an impressive, emphatic finish there by Francis. You get Roberts to miss that little push shot, which you're hoping he'll miss often, and instead they get that putback.
Heidi a 3, left wing. It's long, rebounded out of there by Uzan. Good look for Camden Heidi, who's shooting 38% from 3 on the year. Arsenault with it, perimeter right for Houston. He just subbed in a moment ago. Terrence Arsenault, a 6'6 redshirt sophomore from Beaumont, Texas. 14 minutes to go first half. Roberts had it on the right wing, gives to Uzan. Further out on the right wing. Now he's dribbling between the circles with his right hand, pointing with his left. Uzan dribbles right elbow extended, stops, throws it out high. Cryer a catch, dribbles in from 15 feet, floater, in and out, no good, but tipped in. That's another bucket off an offensive rebound by Javier Francis. 2 offensive rebound buckets for him, back to back. Houston leads 12-10.
You're getting these misses in the mid-range, the shots you want Houston to take, but you've got to get the rebound to secure that stop.
Purdue knew rebounding would be a problem against the Cougars. It is early. Colvin, catch and shoot 3. Right wing is no good. Rebounded by Francis. Boy, he's made an early impact off of the bench. 3 rebounds already for Javier Francis, who started every game last year. This year he plays off the bench for the Cougars. 2-point lead for Houston. 13-10 to go. First half. Francis dribble hand off to Cryer. Cryer to the right elbow. Now retreat, dribbles top of the key. Fakes a 3, swings to Arsenault. Arsenault ball above his head, will dribble to the right block. Stop as he attacks, and we're going to have a charging foul. The reason he had to stop on the attack, because coming in from the weak side was Trey Kaufman-Renn. He draws the charging foul. Arsenault turns it over.
That's a good call there. Arsenault completely out of control, driving baseline. Trey outside the charge arc. And certainly a big call, because if that is a call to foul on Kaufman-Renn, would have been his second. Instead, Arsenault plunging that shoulder into the chest of Kaufman-Renn gets the charge.
Here's Braden Smith offensively off a screen from Trey Kaufman-Renn. In the short roll, wants to bounce it to him and does, right near the top of the key. Back to Braden. He's at the left baseline, throws back to Trey. He'll shoot a floater and good. 6 feet away, left wing. Trey Kaufman-Renn, his first scoring of the game. We're tied at 12.
Nice to see that 2-man game come to fruition. This ball screen D of Houston is formidable, but right there, Kaufman-Renn on the second crack gets that little floater he's so good at.
Cryer, perimeter left, dribbling on the arc, guarded by Braden Smith. Right side, it goes to Uzan, the point guard. Colvin's on him. He'll use the screen. Roberts gives the screen. Uzan will shoot the jumper good. It's a 3. Boy, Milos Uzan already 3 made 3s in the first half. We haven't even played 8 minutes. Houston leads 15-12.
He is such a big-time player and is coming through with some huge shot making early for this Cougars team. That's pretty good defense by Purdue until that deep 3 goes down.
Well done, Uzan. Average 11 points a game. He's already at 9. Purdue swings it left side. Braden Smith working on Uzan between the rings. Bounces it. Trey Kaufman-Wren catching at the free throw line. Kick it out for a Colvin three on the way. It's long. Rebounded Camden Heide. Tipped it out to Braden Smith. Purdue with a second chance. Lawyer a three. That one was long. Pulled out of there by Francis of Houston. 11:27 to go. Purdue had a couple of good looks from three on that possession. Couldn't get either one of them to go.
The three-point shooting definitely being the difference right now. Purdue getting good looks.
Francis, a floater, no good. Off the front of the rim, grabbed by Trey Kaufman-Wren to Braden Smith, right to left. He's racing the ball up the floor. Lawyer fakes a three on the right wing. Gives it up to Braden Smith, who's now between the circles. Left side, let's swing it on a chest pass to Colvin. Now to Trey Kaufman-Wren at the right elbow. He's double-teamed there. Steps through some trouble. Finds Lawyer. Lawyer will drive. To the rim he goes. Shot blocked, but a foul was called. Timeout on the floor. 10:57 to go first half. Fletcher Lawyer at the foul line when we come back. It's Houston 15, Purdue 12 on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Camden Heide from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval. Offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit indianakitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue men's basketball postseason is sponsored by BW Fusion. Say hello to the only end-to-end manufacturer of crop nutrition and biological products, delivering data-backed solutions that put more money in farmers' pockets. Ready to go stronger, healthier crops, and maximize your ROI? Learn more at bw-fusion.com. BW Fusion, proud presenting sponsor of Purdue men's basketball postseason. Houston leads Purdue 15-12, 10:57 mark of the first half. Rob Blackman and my broadcast partner Bobby Riddell. Houston out rebounding Purdue 8-5. The Boilermakers have made only 1 3, 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Houston, second best three-point shooting team in the country at 39.8%. They start the game 3 of 6 from 3, but it's Milos Uzan. He himself is 3 of 3 from the three-point line.
He's been elite early in this game. He's certainly made some individual plays off the bounce, but he also got a nice, fortunate back tap off a miss that came right to him, and he stepped into a rhythm three. He's been killing Purdue, no doubt, and Purdue just 1 of 5 from 3. I have a hard time imagining Purdue's going to be able to find a way to win this game if they just make 20% of their three-point field goals. So going to have to step up, start knocking down some threes when they present themselves. And hopefully Fletch, as he goes to the line after a nice drive playing off the pump fake, getting that contact at the rim, can make a couple free throws here and trim this deficit back down to 1.
Well, Purdue has 3 times this year shot less than 20% from 3. and they won all 3 of those games. They went 3-0 in those games. His Lawyer foul line left makes the first foul shot. But to your point, Bob, I have a hard time believing Purdue would win this particular game if you're less than 20% from 3 for the game.
Right, against this particular opponent would seem like a pretty tall task to get that done.
Second foul shot, in and out, no good. Fletcher Lawyer, it rolled off the back of the rim. Fletch, the 85% foul shooter on the season, is 2 of 3 in this game. And it's a 2-point Houston lead, 15-13. Jakari Harris is subbed in for Purdue, the 6'3 freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, son of Glenn Robinson. Will Berg back in for the Boilermakers. Here's a jumper left wing, air ball, and out of bounds. Last touch, Purdue. Purdue gets an air ball from the left wing from Arsenault, but he missed it so badly. Braden Smith didn't see it coming on the weak side, and it bounced basically off his fingertips out of bounds.
Really unfortunate. I was nice to see Braden. He was turning to find his man to box him out. But the problem was as he finally, he turns to find, boxes his man out, but then as he turns to find the ball, because of the air ball, it just line drived right at his face.
Right.
He didn't get a chance to recalibrate, yes.
He's looking up to the rim, and the ball's coming, as you said, right at his face. Houston ball baseline right, shot clock at 8, by the way, although there's some discussion if that shot clock should stay at 8 seconds. I think it will. Now they'll put it at 9.
Houston going a little smaller now. They bring Sharp in for Roberts, so Arsenault slides to the 4. They're a much smaller team at this point.
They throw it in to the new man in the game. That's Malik Wilson, a 6'3", 60-year player, and now a foul on Will Berg. As coming down the left side of the paint aggressively was Tugler. Will Berg commits the foul, his first, team's 3rd.
Tugler saw that matchup with Will Berg on him and decided, hey, this might be an opportunity for me to try to use my speed and quickness advantage over the taller Will Berg, and kind of faked a little dribble handoff and then tried to burst down that left seam. Will didn't anticipate it quite in time and got the hip check foul there on Tugler on the drive.
Now the shot clock again is malfunctioning. They need to get it reset here. Game clock's at 10:31. Houston leading Purdue 15-13, and the crowd is getting a bit restless. You can hear them in the background. Tennessee won the first game here tonight, 78-65 over Kentucky. So Tennessee awaits the winner on Sunday of Houston-Purdue, and we are still messing with that shot clock for some reason. Now it's at 20 seconds. Now we'll play. Houston inbounds. Uzan is the trigger man. Baseline right. Throws it into the right corner. Caught by Sharp. Lawyer's on him. Sharp with the right elbow. Swinging all the way left side. Uzan. Purdue double teams him. Here's a dribble into a shot from the 3 left wing. Boy, that missed horribly by Wilson. Almost broke the backboard. Rebounded by the Boilermakers. Woo! That was a spank ball, as the late, great Larry Clisby would have said. Boilermakers the ball. Working their way right to left here in this first half, wearing their black uniforms. Braden Smith, shot fake, dribbles into the right block, stops. Now to Harris, swing it to Lawyer. Lawyer looks inside for Berg, instead gives to Braden Smith. He'll shoot a deep 3 up against some defense. Couldn't get it to go. Caleb First had it, lost it out of bounds, but last touch by Houston. Good hustle, Caleb First. He was in there fighting for a rebound, and it got knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Houston's Emmanuel Sharp. There's now Trey Coffin Reynolds sub in for Will Berg. Purdue the ball, baseline left, shot clock at 19.
That's the extra effort plays you need from Caleb First.
Caleb has the ball in the inbound top of the key. Will give to Lawyer. Lawyer cut off, loses the ball, loose on the floor, picked up though by First. Purdue keeps it with 10 on the shot clock. Braden Smith trapped near midcourt, keeps coming downhill, stops and pops, misses from 14. Rebounded out of there by Sharp, and now here comes Uzan, and Houston left to right in a hurry. 9:30 to go in this first half. Boy, Purdue's missed a couple of open looks here in the first 10 minutes or so. Sharp a deep 3 on the way from the right wing, and he was fouled by Lawyer. He missed the 3, but Lawyer is called for the foul against the 3-point shooter. Oh, the old Cardinal sin, and that sends Emmanuel Sharp, who's an 89% foul shooter, to the line with 3 free throws. Houston leading 15-13.
Well, Sharp was deep behind the line, so Fletch had to really run at him, and Sharp extended it. Fletch was trying to fly by with the contest. as Sharp released the ball, he reached his arm out with the follow-through to grab Fletcher's arm to initiate the contact. It was actually definitely a situation where Sharp goes out of his way to initiate the contact. It's a poor call, but unfortunately with an official, when he kind of sees it out of the corner of his eye, he sees that contact and gets the foul on Lawyer. Fortunately, Sharp does rattle out the first free throw.
Makes the second. He'll have one more. Yeah, if you heard the boos in the background, that was the Purdue fans who saw the replay on the center hung scoreboard. That should not have been a foul called on Fletcher Lawyer.
No, Fletch does the right thing there. It's a long closeout, so you don't want to get into his landing area, so he goes purposely to the side.
Oh, and he missed. By the way, sorry to cut you off. He missed 2 of 3. That's an 89% foul shooter. Only made 1 foul shot.
Ball don't lie to some degree there.
Houston's up 16-13. Purdue with the ball. Braden Smith kicks in the left corner where it's caught by First. Top of the key. Trey Kaufman-Renn, right side chest pass to Harris. Here comes Braden Smith to the right block. Stops. Try to throw it inside to Caleb First, but good defense on the weak side. Knocked it out of bounds. The Houston Cougars knock it out of bounds. Baseline left. Purdue will inbound over there on that left baseline with 8 on the shot clock. Boy, this Houston defense is as good as advertised, man. They are all over you like white on rice. Inside it goes to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Shot fake. Stops. Will shoot with a right-handed hook. It's in and out. No good. Rebounded out of there by Joseph Tugler. Woo! They're athletic, they're strong, and they can guard you, and they know how to rebound to the Houston Cougars. No surprise, they're a #1 seed in this tournament. Right now, they lead Purdue 16-13. Bounce pass, caught on the right wing by Jawan Roberts. He wants to drive on First. Spins into the middle of the paint, gives to Sharp. Sharp a deep, deep 3. Straight away, it is short. Rebounded by Caleb First. That was about a 28-footer. Well defended there by Fletcher Lawyer. 8:25 to go first half. Boilermakers the ball, right to left. Braden Smith, double team, left side to Lawyer. Lawyer will shoot a 3 from that left wing. Good! Another triple. Fletcher Lawyer, his second made 3 of the game. We're tied at 16.
Nice job, Braden Smith. Feeling that double team on the trap off the ball screen. Finds his shooter Lawyer. Lawyer shot fake, drills that triple left wing. We're tied up.
Purdue fans, you can hear them in the background. They've come to life as Houston turns it over. A bad pass by Sharp. Goes out of bounds. Baseline right. Timeout on the floor. 7:59 to go first half. Purdue 16, Houston 16 on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
This is Isaiah Thompson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
7:59 remains in the first half. Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, NCAA Sweet 16 action. Purdue 16, Houston 16. Neither team shooting it well. Houston's just 5 of 17 shooting the ball. 3 of the 5 are three-point shots. Purdue's just 6 of 15. Purdue's made 2 threes. Join Boilermaker Alliance today, Purdue's official name, image, and likeness collective, supporting Purdue athletes. Visit BoilermakerAlliance.com to learn more. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell, on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. Courtside here at the home of the Colts, Lucas Oil Stadium. That's the Indianapolis Colts. We're playing basketball in here tonight. One of the all-time Colts greats, Peyton Manning, was in the building earlier this evening watching his Tennessee Volunteers beat Kentucky 78-65. Purdue breaks the huddle with Camden Heide, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, Jakari Harris, Trey Kaufman-Wren. Braden played every minute of both games last weekend in Providence. Never came out of the game. I can't imagine he comes out of the game tonight. Purdue right to left. Bounce pass, left wing catch, Lawyer. Guarded closely there by Sharp. Top of the key catch for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Dribbles once with the left hand, gives it right back to Lawyer. Now to Heide, perimeter left. Camden with 10 on the shot clock, bounces at top of the key, catch for Trey Kaufman-Wren to Braden Smith, to Heide. Heide fakes the three. Braden Smith has it between the circles, needs to hurry. Deep three up against the shot clock, in and out, no good. And the long rebound in the right corner, gobbled up by L.J. Cryer of Houston. Sharp stopping at the free throw line, giving it up to his teammate Jawan Roberts, and he has scored. I beg your pardon, he did not score. He was fouled as he came down the left side of the paint. Jawan Roberts, the sixth-year grad student from the U.S. Virgin Islands, fouled as he went hard to the rim. Fifth foul on Purdue. Who is that foul against, Bob?
Cam Heide.
Heide, thank you.
One up.
First foul on Camden Heide, and this is a two-shot opportunity for Jawan Roberts. 1,200 points in his career, 1,000 rebounds in his career. All 6 seasons at Houston. He's a left-handed shooter, and he made the first foul shot. He is a 62% foul shooter.
That was a funky-looking free throw stroke there. Kind of really extends his arms and then flicks the wrist at the last second. Missed both of his free throws against Gonzaga in the previous game, but line drive that one home on the first attempt.
Roberts dribbles twice, wears the red sneakers, shoots with that left hand and missed that one badly off the left side of the bucket. Rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue trails 17-16. Purdue the ball. 7:14 to go in this opening half. Heide, perimeter right, guarded by Sharp. Throws it perimeter left, the catch for Smith. Now to Trey Kaufman-Wren, left toes on the arc. Right back to Smith, right back to Trey Kaufman-Wren, and a foul as Braden was throwing it right back to Trey. Cryer reached and fouled on the catch. First foul on L.J. Cryer, team foul number 5 on Houston.
Well, that's that pocket area on the high ball screen in the middle of the court that Purdue wants to get the ball to as much as possible. Houston, of course, trying to take it away, but right there, if they didn't call foul, Trey Kaufman-Wren had a wide-open kick-out pass to Cam Heide. He was going to get a wide-open shot on the right wing.
Here's the ball, tipped away and stolen. Uzan on a run out, but stolen from him by Braden Smith, and then stolen from him from L.J. Cryer. Oh, everyone's taking the ball away, and now Purdue has a steal. Braden Smith ahead to Harris, and he'll miss the layup. Jakari Harris missed the layup in transition. Oh, a comedy of errors on both sides. Both teams just kept stealing the ball from the other one. Purdue ended up with a layup out of it, came away empty. Now Cryer misses a three, and Braden Smith gets crushed from behind. A pushing foul on Tugler, his second. Braden Smith jumped high in the sky for the rebound. Tugler pushed him in the back. Braden comes crashing to the ground underneath the bucket. And after all of that back and forth, the score is still 17-16. We had 4 steals in the course of 15 seconds, 2 for each team.
Wow, that was pure chaos, and really feeling for Braden Smith right now. He might need a second. Looks like he's going to stay in the game. He got shoved from behind on the rebound, and Sharp was cutting under the basket to try to get the rebound. And Braden, as he was falling, his face slammed right into Sharp's knee. It did not look like a very pleasant situation there for Braden, but he's going to fight through it.
1 point Houston lead, Purdue the ball. Miles Colvin lobs it in to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He catches, he shot fakes, he misses a layup. He'll try again, and he'll score, and he'll get fouled. Maybe he was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Did he purposely miss a layup, knowing on a second chance he'd get an and one? This will be an and one for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Boilermakers Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and one is right for you.
Well, how about that? You get a Jakari Harris miss wide open layup in transition, and then Trey misses a layup. You're like, what is going on with the layups? But fortunately, Trey was just stat padding and got his own board for the offensive rebound and then puts it home for the and one.
Trey, 64% foul shooter this year. He had 22 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists. 1 steal, 1 block shot against McNeese last Saturday, and he makes the foul shot to complete the and one. Purdue leads 19-17 with 6:05 to go in the opening half, and the Purdue fans are back on their feet here in Indianapolis. And here's a steal. C.J. Cox with a takeaway. Purdue on the run right to left, and Colvin couldn't catch it off his fingertips out of bounds. Oh, both teams right now.
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers are good. I was going to say, it's as if each team feels sorry for the other one. When they turn it over, they say, here, we'll just give it right back to you.
C.J. Cox, his ball pressure on Uzan was really impactful. Uzan lost the dribble. It led to the turnover as he saved it falling out of bounds. But then Colvin drops it out of bounds on the other end.
Sharp, a deep 3 on the left wing. In and out, no good. Rebounded, however, by the Cougars. Uzan, a 3 on the right wing. It's missed badly off the back of the rim. Another rebound for the Cougars. Now a lob inside, layup good. That's Malik Wilson, his first scoring of the game. 2 offensive rebounds lead to a layup for the Cougars. We're tied at 19.
Well, Purdue, you just don't want to beat yourself right now when the turnovers combined, missed layups, not getting defensive rebounds when you get misses really hurts Purdue.
Trey Kaufman-Renn wants to drive on Robert. Stops on the block, shoots a right-handed hook shot, misses. It falls off the front of the iron. It's grabbed by Wilson of Houston. He'll push the tempo left to right. He's coming downhill, stopping on the left block, spinning out of some trouble, giving to L.J. Cryer between the circles. Cryer inside, somehow Roberts got wide open. He punches it home with 2 hands. It's 21-19 Houston. I'm not sure what happened there, but a defensive breakdown.
Purdue got caught in a switchback situation. Coach Painter wanted Kaufman-Renn and Heide to switch back really quick, but they didn't both get the signal. And then so it's Heide, as he's trying to switch back to Wilson, just leaves Roberts uncontested underneath for a dunk.
Boilermaker breakdown. Here's a 3. Colvin right corner, no good. C.J. Cox a weak side rebound. Purdue with an offensive reload. Nice to see the Boilermakers have one of those here. Houston certainly has had plenty. Inside it goes, Trey Kaufman-Renn. Kick in the left corner. Cox will shoot the 3 from there. It's a triple time. The freshman, C.J. Cox, his first hit of the ball game. Purdue leads 22-21.
Well, Purdue is getting open 3 after open 3 because of this middle ball screen action. Finding Kaufman-Renn. He's spraying it out to shooters. Finally, Cox connects.
Cryer will drive, stop and shoot a floater, misses off the back of the rim, tipped out of bounds, baseline right. Last touch by Houston's Malik Wilson, and we have a timeout on the floor. Purdue 22, Houston 21, 3:58 to play first half as we take a break on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Purdue 22, Houston 21. 3:58 remains in the first half. The 2024-2025 Purdue basketball season this year has been presented by Purdue Global. Earn a degree you'll be proud of with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults and the preferred online university degree provider of the Guild and Team USA Learning Network. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Worth noting, in this game, Braden Smith has 4 assists. That is notable because Braden now has become just the second player in NCAA history to have 500-plus points, 300-plus assists, and 150-plus rebounds in a season. The only other one to do it, Murray State's Ja Morant.
That is elite company that Braden Smith has joined. What a stat-stuffing season for Braden Smith, and he's continuing it so far here tonight. He's not shot the ball well, but he's been playing that great floor game, racking up some assists. Does have 2 turnovers, which I would argue one of those was a Miles Colvin turnover. That was a ball that should easily be caught. So kind of wonder if that might get changed, but either way, he's playing a good quality floor game. Purdue getting outscored on the bench right now, 6-0. Needs some of these bench guys to come through, make a couple shots.
Purdue does have the ball as we come out of the commercial timeout. Boilermakers right to left here in the first half. Trey Kaufman wants to drive down from the left side of the free throw lane, shoots a right-handed hook shot. It is short. Good interior defense there by Jawan Roberts to put a chest on Trey, forcing the miss, and the ball is rebounded by Houston. 3:33 to go, opening half here. Uzan dribbling with the left, directing with the right. Comes all the way over near the right sideline and is still dribbling. Now is working on Caleb First, stopping, coming down the right side of the painted area. Missed the shot, rebounded by Roberts. Another offensive rebound and a 3 for Uzan. This one is no good, and this is a foul on the rebound, this time though on Houston on a clear out. Boy, I tell you what, this Houston team is uber aggressive, chasing down loose ball rebounds. That time they were called for a foul, but it's going to be a 1-and-1 at the other end because that is team foul number 8 for Houston.
And they are furious because they felt like when Caleb First knocked that rebound near the rim, they felt like it was basket interference. They thought that ball was hanging on the side of the rim when Caleb knocked it off. It kind of did look like that to me, to be honest. It's tough from our vantage point over here, but it was a situation that looked like it might have been offensive goaltending.
C.J. Cox is the foul shooter, a 1-and-1 for him. Averaging 6 points a game, shooting 77% from the foul line, is the freshman from Lexington, Massachusetts. He had 11 points last Saturday afternoon in the win over McNeese in the round of 32. Wears number 0 on the black jersey. Shoots and makes that first foul shot. 4 points in the game for C.J. Cox. Purdue leads 23-21.
That 3 from Cox, the previous possession, was the first basket scored by anyone outside of Purdue's big 3. So nice to see someone else come and contribute in the scoring column as Cox nails that second free throw. He's got 5 straight points for the Boilers.
Purdue leads 24-21. Purdue's largest lead was 4-0 to start the game. Uzan to Sharp as they break the 10-second barrier left to right. Sharp, right wing, coming down that right wing, stopping on the baseline, shooting a fall-away jumper fouled by Braden Smith. Braden Smith hit with a foul, his first. And that'll send Sharp to the foul line. Matt Painter not happy with that call. Both coaches have been really letting the officiating crews know their displeasure here in the first 17 minutes of this game.
Well, that was an NBA type of move that Sharp did right there to get that contact to draw the foul. It's the type of move I don't love because it's kind of a foul baiting type of move, but give Sharp credit as he makes the first free throw. As he spun away from the basket to look like he was going to shoot a fadeaway, Braden Smith extended his arm to potentially contest. Then Sharp fired his arm up through Braden's extended arm to get that contact.
Sharp made both foul shots. Emmanuel Sharp has 5 points in the game. All 5 have come from the foul line. He averages 12 a game. He's a 1,000-point career scorer. He's a redshirt junior who's been at Houston his entire career. 1 point Purdue lead, 24-23. Left wing, Cox fakes a 3, dribbles to 15 feet, shoots and scores. CJ faked the 3, dribbled into a more comfortable 15-footer. Purdue's up 26-23.
Coach Banner, even though CJ made it, a little disgruntled. He wanted Cox to shoot the catch-and-shoot rhythm 3. CJ had other ideas, but it's a big shot regardless.
Uzan off a Cryer screen, coming to the right arc, stopping there. Now it goes to Roberts, back to Uzan, catch-and-shoot 3, good. The 4th made 3 of the game. Milos Uzan, he has 12 points, all on 3-point hits. We're tied at 26.
Braden Smith just kind of jumped in a little bit too much, overdid it, getting away from a shooter the quality of Uzan. It's a quick kick-out pass, and Smith's run was too far.
C.J. Cox, left elbow, faked a jumper. Instead, Purdue swings it around the horn, left to right to Braden Smith. Smith throws it to the right elbow on a bounce pass, caught Trey Kaufman-Renn, now to Cox. Shot clock at 6. C.J. will fire a 3. It is short. Miles Colvin fighting for it. Saved it in bounds. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I spoke too soon. Miles was hustling after the ball, trying to save it in the far corner, but he stepped out of bounds. Houston ball, we're tied at 26.
Both of these teams playing these small ball lineups out here. Colvin and Wilson, respectively, playing the 4 position for both teams. Roberts and Kaufman-Renn, the only guys out here really, 6'6" or taller.
1:37 remaining in a half. Uzan kicks to the right corner. Sharp fake to 3, dribbles to the right elbow. Turns and throws back to Uzan. Back to Sharp for 3 on the way. Good. A 3-point hit. Number 21, Emmanuel Sharp. He is a 42% three-point shooter, and now it's a 29-26 Houston lead.
It's a huge run here by Houston. Purdue kind of overdoing the rotations there and just too late to close out on Sharp.
Trey Kaufman-Renn working on Roberts, backing him down, leaning in, stopping, double teamed, swing it in the right corner. 3 on the way. Braden Smith is a triple. We're tied at 29.
Oh, that was huge. Almost a jump ball with Kaufman-Renn as they brought 2 defenders. Instead, it's a kick out, extra pass, Smith 3.
48 seconds remain opening half. Tied at 29. The 1 seed Houston, the 4 seed Purdue. Coming downhill on the left side of the paint, that's Wilson. Gives it up to his teammate Uzan. Back to Wilson. Left arc with a shot clock at 5. He'll shoot from 15. He'll miss off of the weak side, but rebounded out of there by Houston. Another offensive rebound. Sharp a catch and shoot 3. It is long. Rebounded C.J. Cox. And now Purdue can hold for the final shot of the first half with 20 seconds on the game clock.
Oh, another back tap by the Cougars, and it looked like Purdue would secure the board, and then that Sharp 3 right in front of us. It looked dead on line. Fortunately, back irons. Purdue last shot here.
We're down to 8, now 7. Braden Smith dribbling between the circles. Now 5, now 4. Braden wants to go to work at 2, at 1. Leans in. He was fouled as he shot with the game clock expiring. Oh, the savvy veteran Braden Smith leaned into Malik Wilson, and Wilson took the bait. We have 0.0 remaining on the clock. And the officials are going to take a look just to make sure there was time on the clock when they blew the whistle. And if that's the case, Braden Smith will essentially be shooting 2 foul shots.
Is under review for timing error.
The final play of the first half.
I felt like in real time it seemed like he got the shot off before the clock hit 0. Hopefully that was the case, so Braden will get these 2 free throws. But we will find out once they go back and take a look here. Just a great job, Braden Smith. He's got one of the better up fakes in the country. And I heard Kelvin Sampson
put the time of the foul on the game clock when the game clock
Sorry, here we're listening to what the
contact occurred at 0.3
The contact occurred at 0.3 seconds. So Braden will get the opportunity to shoot these free throws. I heard Kelvin Sampson talk about Braden Smith in his media session prior leading up to this game. He said Braden Smith got one of the best pump fakes in the country. You got to be extremely disciplined to stay down on it. Wilson there probably a little bit caught up in the moment, end of the first half. And Braden Smith, savvy play there, going to get to the line using that shot fake.
Braden, an 83% foul shooter. 5 points in the game for Braden Smith. He averages 16 a game. First team All-American Braden Smith, consensus All-American, makes the first foul shot.
This could be big. You hope Braden Smith, seeing these free throws go down to end the half on the positive momentum, can be a situation that propels him to knock some shots down in the second half. I remember Bruce Thornton getting fouled late at Purdue in the first half, gets fouled, is able to go to the line, make some free throws. It spearheaded his unbelievable second half performance to help Ohio State overcome a 16-point deficit against the Boilers and win that game. So hopefully this gets Braden going in the second half.
Braden made the second foul shot. Point three, Houston can't do anything with it, and we are going to head to the halftime horn. Purdue has a lead over the 1 seed, Houston Cougars, 31-29, as we have reached the halftime horn here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Purdue 31, Houston 29. Halftime in the Circle City. When we come back, our halftime report moves full speed ahead. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways. From a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball-sized hail, insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
You want it? We got it. University Bookstore has you covered on all Purdue Athletic sports apparel. Shop online at PurdueU.com. Anything and everything you need. Or visit our main location across from the Union and our stadium store across from Mackey Arena. You want it? We got it. At University Bookstore.
University Bookstore. We're more than just a bookstore.
UBS, a proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Coors Light, Choose Chill, proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Also brought to you by Case IH. Take your success off the court and out into the field with Case IH's superior farming tools. Visit your local Case IH dealers or learn more at caseih.com/Boilermakers. And by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
We have reached halftime at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis, where when you look up to the right, the Colts Ring of Honor with names like Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James, and Eric Dickerson. It's Purdue leading Houston 31-29, 1940. Remains at halftime. I bring that up because we do have extended halftimes here in the NCAA tournament, fans, a 20-minute halftime as opposed to the 15-minute halftime that we typically will have during the regular season. Purdue 31, Houston 29. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. And thank you, fans, for staying up late with us on this Friday evening. Boilermakers got 12 first-half points from Fletcher Lawyer. 7 from C.J. Cox, and 7 from Braden Smith. Purdue's leading scorer on the season, Trey Kaufman-Wren, at 20 points a game, has 5 points in the first half on 2 of 7 shooting. They have really done a good job being extra physical with him. Have the Houston Cougars, and they certainly have a guy who can do it in the 6'8", 235-pound Jawan Roberts. Meanwhile, it's Milos Uzan with 12 points for Houston. It has really been their one-man wrecking crew. Uzan averages 11.5 points on the season. He has 12 points, as I mentioned, but it's from the three-point line where he's done his damage. He's 4 of 6 three-point shooting. L.J. Cryer, the third-team All-American for Houston, who averages 15.5 a game, has just 2 first-half points in this. I beg your pardon, 0. Boy, is that right, Bob? It is, isn't it? L.J. Cryer went for 0 points. I was thinking he had a bucket early. He was 0 of 3 shooting, 0 points for Houston. Purdue leads 31-29. You look at that stat sheet, what jumps off at you quickly? Tell you what does for me, the stat that I misread. L.J. Cryer, the third-team All-American, scoreless with just 3 shots.
Pretty fascinating for sure to see Cryer struggle like that. And that's something that, Purdue needed, right? To win this game, you needed one of their stud guards to not be at their best, or hopefully multiple of their guards. And really between Sharp and Cryer from the field, a combined 1 of 11 and just 1 of 8 from 3 combined. Uzan certainly getting his game on, making 4 of 6 from 3, but those other 2 guys really struggling, and that's what's allowed Purdue to stay in this game. Got to stay home with Cryer. Cannot let him get, because if he makes 1, you heard Coach Painter talk about it. If he sees 1 go down, the floodgates may open. So hopefully keep him down. I'm sure he's disappointed with his first half performance. So he's going to be hungry to come out and make amends. So got to stay with him early. Got to secure the defensive glass. Total offensive rebounds for Houston, 9. Just way too many second chance opportunities. A couple times Purdue got lucky and avoided even more damage that could have been done, because second chance points, Houston leads 9-6, could have been worse. But from a possession battle standpoint, you're down 5. If you can keep it kind of right there, you're fine. If it gets away from you, though, and all of a sudden you get down 10, 12, 13 in the possession battle, it's going to take some exquisite shooting from Purdue to overcome that. 5
turnovers for each team in the first half. Of all the things Houston does well, and there are a lot of them, they take care of the ball with the best of them. 6th best in the country at just 9.2 turnovers per game. Right now they have 5 giveaways. I mentioned Purdue has 5 turnovers as well. Purdue this year, they've done a good job taking care of that basketball. Purdue, 10.5 turnovers on the season. Purdue did have 19 turnovers against McNeese in that game last Saturday afternoon in Providence. A number of those came late in the game once the game had been decided, but Purdue did turn it over 19 times against McNeese on Saturday in Providence. A lot of numbers to take you through here in a bit, but first we'll take a quick timeout. I have all the halftime statistics for you, brought to you by Ruoff Home Mortgage. When we return here to Lucas Oil Stadium, it's a Sweet 16 matchup here in the NCAA tournament. It's Purdue, the 4 seed, with 31. Houston, the 1 seed, 29. Halftime stats coming next. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
You work hard, and at First Farmers Bank and Trust, we work hard for you. Since 1885, we've committed to helping families, businesses, and communities thrive financially. From home to the office, to the field, to the arena. We value hard work and perseverance as much as you do. Experience banking built on heart and grit today. Learn more at ffbt.com. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game, and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime, Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis. Purdue leading Houston 31-29. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. Our broadcast this evening is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundled today at progressive.com. Let's take a look at your halftime numbers. They're brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We're your local lender. Learn more at ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. Let's start with the Houston Cougars. 9 of 30 shooting. That's just 30% for Houston. When it comes to shooting the ball, they typically shoot 45.7% as a team. They're just 33% from 3, 5 of 15 are the Cougars, and we've mentioned this a couple times in a broadcast already. They're the second best three-point shooting team in the country at 39.8% coming in. 6 of 9 at the foul line were the Houston Cougars. That translates to 66.7%. Again, if you're looking at their averages, that's well below. They typically are a 74% free throw shooting team. Houston, through the first 20 minutes, had one guy in double-figure scoring. That was Milos Uzan, the 6'4 junior from Las Vegas, who was an All-Big 12 second-team performer this year. Made 4 three-point shots. He was 4 of 9 shooting, but he was 4 of 6 from the three-point line for his 12 points. He's the one double-digit scorer right now for Houston. Houston got 8 points from Emmanuel Sharp, who was just 1 of 5 shooting. All 5 shots came to the three-point arc, but he was 5 of 7 at the foul line. 4 points in the first half off of the bench for Javier Francis. 2 points off of the bench by Malik Wilson, as he went 1 of 3 shooting. And 3 points for Juwan Roberts. Roberts, the All-Big 12 first-team performer, averages 11 points a game. He had 3 points in the first half, but he did have a team-high 5 rebounds. 6 assists on the 9 made buckets for Houston. 2 assists for Cryer, 2 assists for Uzan. Houston turned it over 5 times in the first half. They had 3 steals. 2 of those came from L.J. Cryer. Bob talked about this a moment ago. 21 total rebounds for Houston, but 9 offensively. Led to 9 second-chance points for the Houston Cougars. Their leading rebounder is Juwan Roberts with 5 rebounds. 4 rebounds in the game for Javier Francis. Purdue Boilermakers, they didn't shoot it well either. 10 of 26 shooting, 38.5%. Purdue as a team, one of the very best in the country at 48.8%. That's 15th best in the country. But just 38.5% in the first 20 minutes. Purdue just 4 of 12 from the three-point line, 33.3%. Again, we mentioned this earlier, that Purdue, 11th best in the country, three-point shooting at 38.5. Purdue was 7 of 8 at the foul line. The only miss came from Fletcher Lawyer, who is one of Purdue's better foul shooters, ironically, at 85%. Boilermakers did get 12 first-half points from Fletcher Lawyer. He went 2 of 3 from the three-point line, made 2 of 3 foul shots. He was the only double-digit scorer for the Boilermakers. 7 points for C.J. Cox. C.J. made 1 of 2 in the from the three-point line. Braden Smith had 7 points. He went 1 of 3 from the three-point line. 5 points for Trey Kaufman-Wren, and that was all the scoring for Purdue. Purdue just 4 players who scored in the first half. Purdue got 0 points from its bench. Houston got 6. Boilermakers had 9 assists on the 10 made baskets. 4 of those assists came from Braden Smith. Purdue had 5 turnovers, 3 steals. Kaufman-Wren had a steal. C.J. Cox had a steal. Jakari Harris had a steal. Purdue had 1 block shot, and it came from Braden Smith, the shortest player on the floor for the Boilermakers. Purdue 16 rebounds. 6 of those were offensive rebounds. It led to 6 second-chance points for the Boilermakers. Fast break points were tough to find for either team. Purdue had 2 fast break points for the entire half. Houston had 0. Purdue scored 8 points in the paint. Houston scored 8 points in the paint. And both teams scored 4 points off of the opposition's turnovers. Purdue's biggest lead was at the beginning of the game when Purdue led 4-0. Houston's biggest lead has been only 3 points. There were 10 lead changes, 7 ties in the first half, and we've had a good one through the first 20, with Purdue leading Houston by a score of 31-29. Out-of-town scoreboard coming up when we return from the other side of this commercial timeout. It's brought to you by our Central Indiana Honda dealers. Tell you what, fans, you'll want to hear the score of that Michigan-Auburn game. Bob Riddell bringing it up to speed on that one in a moment. Wolverines hanging tough with the number 1 overall seed Auburn. Tigers already tonight. Michigan State has one. And Bob will tell you about that when we come back. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket busting, 3-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up!
Hear that? The soothing sounds of a bubble bath. And if you were here, you'd smell a single cedar leaf candle. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get back on the road and enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And then take a shower, because it's fast, like your motorcycle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage. Not available in all states.
Welcome back here to the halftime show where Purdue leads the Houston Cougars at the half 31-29 in this Sweet 16 matchup here in downtown Indianapolis from Lucas Oil Stadium as part of the Midwest Regional. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scores, and today's out-of-town scores are brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers. Let's focus on the Sweet 16 that's being played here these last couple days, and we'll start with Thursday's action. Out in the West region, the #1 seed Florida Gators defeated the 4th seed Maryland Terrapins 87-71. The other matchup in that West region between the 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders and the 10 seed Arkansas Razorbacks. That one went down to the wire and went into overtime before the Red Raiders won that game in OT 85-83. A dramatic comeback win for the Red Raiders, one of the biggest comeback wins in Sweet 16 history, as they were down double figures for big chunks of that ball game. In the East region, the #1 seed Duke Blue Devils defeated the 4th seed Arizona Wildcats 100-93. The other game in that East region was between the 2 seed Alabama Crimson Tide and the 6 seed BYU Cougars. The Crimson Tide victorious 113-88. The Crimson Tide made it rain from downtown the entire evening. All right, in today's action in the Sweet 16, in the South region, the Michigan State Spartans out of the Big Ten, the 2 seed, defeated the 6 seed Ole Miss Runnin' Rebels out of the SEC 73-70. The other matchup in the South region is a good one right now. In the second half, just under 10 minutes to go. The Auburn Tigers on a run here, the number 1 seed, and they've taken the lead over the 5th seed Michigan Wolverines 49-48. The Wolverines had a lead in the second half for a good chunk of this game. As far as the Midwest region goes, the game that was played right before this Purdue and Houston battle, the 3 seed Kentucky Wildcats fall to the 2 seed Tennessee Volunteers 78-65. The Volunteers had lost both games to the Kentucky Wildcats earlier this year, but the Volunteers get their big revenge with the win in the biggest game of the year in that Sweet 16 matchup. Drive the road to win with Honda and have fun off the court with the most fun-to-drive vehicles. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of Purdue Athletics. We'll take a look at the keys to the second half in just a moment when we return to the halftime report. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
You want it? We got it. University Bookstore has you covered on all Purdue athletic sports apparel. Shop online at PurdueU.com. Anything and everything you need. Or visit our main location across from the Union and our stadium store across from Mackey Arena. You want it? We got it at University Bookstore.
University Bookstore, we're more than just a bookstore.
UBS, a proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Just about time to start the second half here from Lucas Oil Stadium. This NCAA Sweet 16 action, Purdue and Houston. Houston the 1 seed, Purdue the 4. I'm Rob Blackman, broadcast partner. The next voice you will hear is that of Bobby Riddell. Mentioned it a moment ago during our halftime segment, neither team shot it well. 30% shooting for Houston. Purdue was 38% shooting. But the Boilermakers have a 2-point lead. It's 31-29, and we still have 20 minutes yet to play here. Houston has only lost 4 games all year. 3 of those were overtime losses. You just wonder, Bob, if you can keep some game pressure here on the Cougars late. Because Purdue is the underdog here as the 4 seed. A little different than the last couple NCAA tournaments when Purdue's been the 1 seed and Purdue was not an underdog ever.
Yeah, it's honestly nice kind of to be the hunter and not the hunted, right? Yeah. It's a little bit of a change of pace, and this Purdue team seems to be relishing that opportunity. Great first 20 minutes. You go into the You take a 2-point lead into the half, only allowing 29 points to a number 1 seed. Pretty incredible defensive performance, especially when you consider they scored 9 of those 29 as second chance opportunities. Let's hope the Boilers can get off to a good start here to the second half.
Purdue with the ball to start the second half, left to right in the black uniforms. Houston in its man-to-man defense. They've been man-to-man all game, but they've done a lot of trapping out of that man-to-man, especially on Braden Smith. Here's Trey Kaufman-Wren stopping and shooting from 12 feet. Short floater is missed. Rebounded by Caleb First. Keeps it alive. Gives to Fletcher Lawyer. Lawyer a 3 on the left wing. It is missed short. An offensive reload, but the basket missed. Javon Roberts the rebound for Houston. Nice hustle in there by Caleb First. Our hustle play of the game presented by Republic Airways. Apply to Lift Academy. Start your aviation career today. And now an open two-handed dunk for Joseph Tugler. His first scoring of the game. He ended up wide open in front of the bucket, uncontested, and we're tied at 31.
It's a great play design there. Braden Smith had to chase Cryer off a flare screen to the opposite corner. Then Caleb First a little bit over-helping on that drive.
Now ball loose on the floor. Trey Kaufman-Wren fights for it. They're going to have a held ball or a timeout. They say Trey Kaufman-Wren was able to call for the timeout before the held ball occurred. So we have an early timeout in this second half. 18:59 to go in the game. We are tied at 31 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
Hear that? The soothing sounds of a bubble bath. And if you were here, you'd smell a single cedar leaf candle. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get back on the road and enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And then take a shower, because it's fast, like your motorcycle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage, not available in all states.
This is PJ Thompson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
The score is tied at 31. 18:59 remains in the game. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. Purdue men's basketball postseason sponsored by BW Fusion. Say hello to the only end-to-end manufacturer of crop nutrition and biological products, delivering data-backed solutions that put more money in farmers' pockets. Ready to grow stronger, healthier crops, and maximize your ROI? Learn more at bw-fusion.com. BW Fusion, proud presenting sponsor of Purdue men's basketball postseason. Purdue has the ball to inbound. They attack the basket to our right here in this second half.
Let's see what Coach Stefanovic has in store for the Boilers coming here out of the side out.
Right in front of the Purdue bench is where Purdue inbounds. Throwing the ball into the front court. It's handled here by Braden Smith. Top of the key, feed to Trey Kaufman-Wren, right back to Braden. Braden dribbles left arc to C.J. Cox. Cox, a contested three, straightaway air ball, and that's going to give the ball right back to Houston. It goes out of bounds, baseline right. C.J. had to hustle up a three because the shot clock was expiring. It was a well-contested fall-away three, and it was well short. And now Houston the basketball.
Well, you hate having to waste one of those 3 timeouts you have in the second half to end up just getting a shot clock violation, but at least it was a dead ball kind of turnover, and Purdue can set it to D.
Uzan, the point guard, at the right elbow, leaves it down low, and a reach and a foul. The ball was thrown in down low to Roberts. Lawyer tried to reach in from behind with the old blind eye takeaway, but he fouled, did Fletcher. Second foul against Fletcher Lawyer. Houston inbounding baseline left. Houston wears white uniforms here with red trim. They get a baseline jumper, and it's hit from the right baseline from Emmanuel Sharp, who now has 10 points. And Houston scores the first 4 of the second half and leads 33-31.
Yeah, Sharp got free there. Fletch got picked off with a nice screen, and it's a big possession for Purdue. Got to stem this tide here to start the half.
Agreed. 4-0 run for Houston. 2-point lead here early in this second half. First, Braden Smith fakes a 3 in the right corner. Gives a pass to C.J. Cox. He's leaning in on the right elbow and has a shot blocked. And now it's a run out for Houston. A drive, a layup, good. 6-0 run to start the half. Layup for Sharp. Makes it 35-31 Houston, and right now that Houston defense is smothering the Boilermakers.
Oh, that hurts. I thought CJ, he missed Braden. He had Braden right behind him. He could have pitched it back for a 3. Instead, didn't see him, and then ends up having the bad shot.
Between the circles, Fletcher Lawyer with the ball. Now dribbling to the right arc. Roberts is guarding him, and he had to throw it off the midsection of Roberts out of bounds. That's the only way Fletch could save the ball from going out of bounds. He was falling out of bounds, so he just had to throw it off of Roberts. Purdue keeps the ball with 10 on the shot clock, and Purdue's going to sub early. Camden Heide coming in for Caleb First.
And Purdue's offense, the spacing there really was hurt there with Caleb First's inability to shoot from the perimeter. They were really helping off of him, so they're going to sub Cam in to get some more shooting.
Inside to Trey Kaufman on the right block against Tugler, fouled. Tugler, Defensive Player of the Year in the Big 12. Trey Kaufman caught it on the right block, and he went right through him, drawing the foul of Tugler, his 3rd, and this will be a 2-shot foul opportunity for Trey Kaufman. 64% foul shooter.
Trey extremely physical there with that left shoulder into Tugler. Kind of felt like Tugler got a little bit unfortunate there to get that foul on him, because Trey was definitely searching out that contact.
Foul line right, Trey Kaufman in and out. The ball rimmed around and fell out. Tugler's going to come out of the game with those 3 fouls, replaced by Javier Francis, the 6'8 senior from New Orleans, who played well off the bench in the first half. He had 4 points in the first half. One more foul shot for TKR. Purdue trailing 35-31. Bending of the knees, the Silver Creek High School standout and making the second one. That's the first scoring of the game in the second half for Purdue. Purdue trails 35-32. Milo Shuzan, all Big 12 second teamer. Over the timeline, right to left. He's running the point with C.J. Cox guarding him. Chest pass, far left wing with Francis on a catch. He's dribbling with the left hand. We'll give to Cryer. Cryer stop him the left arc. Hesitation. Now back to Francis, who dunks on a little 2-man game. 6 points for Javier Francis. It's a 5-point Houston lead, 37-32.
Houston getting really comfortable now offensively. Empty side pick and roll there between Cryer and Francis, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the slam with no help side coming over.
Kaufman sizes up Francis at the top of the key, but now picks up the dribble to Braden Smith to Heide. Catch and shoot 3 straight away. No, off the front of the iron. Purdue a good look from 3, but it wouldn't fall. Rebounded out of there by Francis of Houston. Here they come running the Tigers right to left in their white unis, leading 37-32. 16:30 remains in a game. Purdue with only 1 point so far here in the second half. Cryer on a perimeter left dribble. Stops. Fires. Left it well short, but it's rebounded out of there by Jawan Roberts. Another reload for Houston. 15 on the shot clock. Catch and shoot 3 from Sharp is good. Another offensive rebound leads to a second chance opportunity. Houston cashes in, and now it's a 40-32 lead for the Cougars, their largest lead of the game. Trey Kaufman left block is double teamed to Heide. Right side Cox. Cryer guards him. Back to Heide. He'll shoot a straightaway 3. Yes! Purdue needed that triple time. They needed it desperately. First shot made of the game by Camden Heide is a 3-point hit. Purdue trails 40-35.
Well, Coach Painter beside himself. Cam passed up a wide-open shot just to move the ball earlier in the possession. Luckily, the ball finds him in the same spot, and this time he steps up and drills it.
Pryor coming downhill, shooting a floater and scoring. L.J. Pryor, the bucket. His first scoring of the game. He averages 15 a contest. He's a third-team All-American. It's a 7-point Houston lead. Purdue the ball left to right at the 15-15 mark. Braden Smith, cross court to Lawyer. Fakes a three, dribbles in to shoot from 15, and it is good. He got the fortunate bounce. Went up high, hit the backboard, and came back through the bucket. 14 for Fletcher Lawyer. He averages 14 a game. Purdue trails 42-37.
Purdue did a nice job there moving the basketball. Braden Smith, a terrific job handling the high ball screen pressure that Houston's been presenting him.
Pryor off a screen at the top of the key. Shoots from 14 with the right hand. No. Off the back of the rim. It's rebounded by Purdue's C.J. Cox. Purdue on the run left to right. Boilermakers trailing by 5. 14:30 remains in the game here in Indianapolis. The winner to face Tennessee Sunday in the Elite 8. Cox. Perimeter left dribble between the legs. Now bounces left arc. Caught here by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Attacks the double team and was fouled on the attack. A tie on the attack, the foul whistled against Francis, his third. Timeout on the floor. Houston 42, Purdue 37. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. On the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard, Houston leads by 5. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get 1 gig 100% fiber internet for only $49.95 a month and experience blazing fast speeds that'll make your heart race. And here's the cherry on top. Sign up by March 3rd and you'll receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Don't wait. Visit Metronet.com to learn more. Get Metronet and love your internet. Terms and conditions apply.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Houston 42, Purdue 37. 14-19 remains in the game. The Boilermakers just 5 of 16 from 3. Houston is just 6 of 17 from the three-point line. You're good at being you, and Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance good at your insurance. Find an agent to help you or get a quote today at infb.com. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell. Our on-site audio engineer, Wes Scott. Hunter Stunkel, in-studio audio engineer.
Well, Rob, the rebounding margin starting to get away from the Boilers here a little bit. They were down 5 at the half, now down 8. And they've done a nice job from a turnover standpoint. Haven't turned it over yet to start this second half. It's 5 turnovers apiece for both teams, but you're down 8 overall in that possession battle, and I felt like it needs to be 5 or less for Purdue to really feel like you're putting your best foot forward and giving yourself the best chance to win. So Purdue needs to find a way to close the possession battle overall.
Purdue does have the ball inbounding baseline right with 20 on the shot clock. And hold on. We have perspiration on the floor. They're going to wipe that up. Houston hasn't been to the Elite Eight since 2022. Purdue was there last year, of course, beating Tennessee in the Elite Eight game in Detroit to go to the Final Four. Lawyer, a catch and shoot three on the left wing. It is short. Rebounded by Houston's point guard, Milos Uzan. Purdue ran that play coming out of the timeout. Got a three left wing, but missed by the Boilermakers' best three-point shooter in Fletcher Lawyer. Houston now the ball. We're under 14 to play. Uzan is on the right wing. He'll pull the trigger from there. It's left short. Rebounded by Purdue's Braden Smith. So both teams miss open threes here. Coming out of that last commercial break. Braden Smith give and go to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Attack Roberts. Lowers his shoulder and scores from the right block. Trey Kaufman-Renn has 8 points. Purdue trails 42-39.
That was a dime by Braden Smith coming off the handoff. He comes right off that screen and zips that thing to Kaufman-Renn.
Sharp 18-footer fall away. No, but a weak side rebound and a foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. He undercut Malik Wilson, who was coming in hard from the weak side. Second foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. But that's yet another offensive rebound that ends up in the hands of the Houston Cougars. Purdue is really struggling to find rebounding. 11 offensive rebounds now for Houston in the game. Houston only has 16 defensive rebounds.
No doubt. It's certainly unfortunate there. Also what happened is Wilson got undercut by accident purely. Kaufman-Renn was on that weak side. Wilson elevated for the board, and then Trey was just right there. But to your point, another offensive rebound, another crack at it here for Houston. You get Sharp to take a tough, contested mid-range jumper. That's exactly what you want as a defense. But
Purdue can't finish the possession with a defensive board. We play on. 15 on the shot clock for Uzan and Houston. Lawyer's guarding. He's snaking his way to the right elbow. Rising, firing. This one is missed off the back of the rim, but another offensive board. Jawan Roberts, this time for the Cougars. Their 12th offensive rebound. Cougars will reload here. Sharp, left corner. Top side it goes to Uzan. The shot clock at 5. Uzan driving, shooting a floater, scoring. 14 in the game for Uzan, but again, it's offensive rebounding that keeps giving Houston the extra chances, and this time they cash in.
It's just tough to overcome the opponent getting so many cracks time and time again.
44-39, Houston the lead. Colvin dribbling into the arc, stopping at the free throw line, shooting from 15 and scoring. Mid-range game there from Miles Colvin. That's his first scoring of the game. Purdue trails 44-41.
Hopefully that gets Miles going with his confidence. Struggled 0 for 3 from 3 in the first half, but that's a huge pull-up. Just down 3. Can you get a stop?
12:20 remains in a game. Roberts, baseline right, guarded by Heide. Throws it out high to Uzan. Uzan faked to 3. Now gives the ball to his teammate Wilson. Gives it right back to Uzan. Shot clock at 7. Uzan will drive. He'll throw a lob, and it'll be caught, and it'll be dunked by Francis coming in from the weak side. 8 points for Francis. 5-point lead for Houston, 46-41.
Well, it all starts with a nasty crossover by Uzan on Lawyer. That dribble penetration.
And now a foul on Fletcher Lawyer after the ball had been stolen from him. Sharp jumped the passing lane, stole the ball. Fletcher had to reach out and grab him to save a layup. Third foul on Fletcher Lawyer, and we have a timeout on the floor. Houston 46, Purdue 41. 11:51 remains in the game. On a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
This is Camden Heidi, and this is Purdue basketball.
Houston 46, Purdue 41. 11:51 remains in the game. Purdue being out-rebounded now 29-19. 12 offensive rebounds for Houston. It's led to now 14 second-chance points. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. 5-point Houston lead, and Houston has the ball. Purdue had a 2-point halftime lead at 31-29, but the Boilermakers have mustered only 10 second-half points. And we have played just over 8 minutes here this second half.
Well, certainly when you look at the fact that L.J. Cryer just 1 of 9 from the field, but Houston has a 5-point lead. You don't feel good about that because you've been able to hold their leading scorer down in a big way, yet Houston still leads and has the ball.
That defense of Houston has been as good as advertised. Purdue in this game shooting just 38% from the floor. Purdue led the Big Ten this year, field goal shooting at nearly 50% from the floor. L.J. Cryer throws it inside of Jawan Roberts. He's left block extended by a step on Heidi. Trying to work on Heidi, trying to back him down, trying to bully him, shooting a fall-away jumper and banking it in with a left hand. Oh, that was a tough move by Jawan Roberts, the 6th-year player from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
I saw that move a bunch against Gonzaga. He was setting Heidi up the whole time. Just a couple dribbles into the paint, just to spin back to his right shoulder and go left hand off the glass.
48-41. Here's a three for Colvin in the corner. It's long. Heidi the rebound, and he fell out of bounds. It was excellent effort by Heidi coming in on a weak side rebound, but he lost his balance as he was falling out of bounds baseline right. Matt Painter applauds the effort. Just a matter of one of those deals where he fell out of bounds before he could get thrown back into a teammate. Give the ball right back to Houston. They're leading 48-41 are the Cougars.
Yeah, even when Purdue seems to get a chance for a second chance opportunity, Heidi not able to stay in bounds. That hurts.
Jakari Harris in the game guarding Uzan. Uzan he airmails one out of bounds. And I mean airmailed it. Threw it into the second row of seats to the corner to our left, the near corner. I'm assuming that one just slipped out of his hands. That was a bad-looking pass. Purdue says thank you very much. Purdue with the ball.
Well, Purdue's role players got to start stepping up and hitting some shots. Colvin, another missed open three.
Braden Smith off a screen from Trey Kaufman-Renn. Right back to him. Jakari Harris. He'll lean into a 3-note. Faked it from the right wing. Instead gave it to Trey Kaufman-Renn with the shot clock at 10. Back to Braden Smith. They're going to try to trap him near midcourt. Shot clock at 5. Into Trey Kaufman-Renn. What a beautiful no-look pass. Braden Smith to TKR for the right-handed layup.
That was such high-level manipulation by Braden Smith with his eyes. He gets up in the air just a little bit and looks off that backside defender to find Kaufman-Renn underneath.
Roberts driving and fouled by Heide. Second foul on Camden Heide. Jawan Roberts has quickly figured out he has a mismatch with Heide, and he's just going to try to drive him every time. Roberts at 6'8", 235 pounds. Heide, pretty well built, but only 205 pounds. And now he's coming out of the game as Camden, and Will Berg is coming in. Will Berg at 260 pounds.
Well, you're going to lose some offense with Heide shooting, but hopefully Berg can help get a rebound.
And maybe keep Roberts from just lowering that shoulder and bulldogging his way to the rim. 10:08 to go. 48-43 Houston. Cougars the ball. A drive, a layup, good. Coming down the right wing strong was Emmanuel Sharp. And he makes it 50-43 Houston.
Well, you want better from Berg in that situation. Sharp coming downhill. You want Will to explode and get vertical and make that tougher on that finish from Sharp, who went right through him.
17 for Sharp. Here's a 3 left corner for Colvin. Good. A bullseye. Miles Colvin, his first made 3 of the game. Purdue trails 50-46, and now the Purdue crowd rises to its feet, and they are getting back into this contest.
That play was all Braden Smith.
Sharp driving, shooting right baseline, short, rebounded 18 feet away. It was short, and it's rebounded by Purdue's Jakari Harris. Lobbing for Colvin, and we overthrew him and threw it out of bounds. Braden Smith got a little too greedy. He had Colvin running the floor, but the ball was airmailed out of bounds, baseline right. Boy, that's one of those where if in hindsight you would have liked Purdue to be careful with the ball. You have momentum on your side. You're only down 4. You have possession. But Purdue got a little too anxious and threw it away. And you give the ball right back now to the Cougars with 9:21 remaining.
Yeah, the main problem with that decision is just it's such a low percentage play. To throw that pass all the way from half court and hit Miles running full speed for him to catch and finish in one motion, it's just low percentage. It's a play if you're up 12. Yeah. You can maybe try, but not when you're down 4 against the number 1 seed.
Pryor off a Roberts screen, top of the key. Throws it to the left wing. Uzan catch and shoot 3, good. Milos Uzan, have yourself a game. That's his 5th made 3. He has 17 points, and now the Houston lead is at 7, 53-46.
Just such a big swing, right? You turn it over, and then a 3 goes down.
Caleb First fouled as the ball was thrown to him in the middle of the paint. He caught it and then got slapped across the head by Emmanuel Sharp. Accidentally, but it was a slap. First foul on Sharp. Purdue has the ball baseline right. Camden Heide subs in for Harris. 8:43 to go. Fletcher Lawyer is subbed back in for Purdue. And now subbing in for Houston. Here comes Terrence Arsenault. Only played 11 games last year because of injury for Arsenault, so he got a medical red shirt. Now he's a bench player and a good one for the Cougars. 8:43 to go. Purdue inside. Nope, turn it over. Oh, I beg your pardon. Ended up in Fletcher Lawyer's hands accidentally. Trey Kaufman-Renn will drive. Spin. He missed the bunny against Roberts, and then Houston lost it out of bounds. Purdue catches a break. It was an excellent move by Trey Kaufman-Renn. He got Roberts up in the air, then slid around him, but shot a short right-handed shot from 3 feet away and somehow missed it. Purdue keeps the ball, however.
Those bunnies you just got to make against a team like this. The elite up fake there to get Roberts off his feet.
Purdue baseline right, inbounding to Heide. Way out high to Colvin, perimeter left. Now Braden Smith between the rings, between the leg dribble to Lawyer. Lawyer with Pryor on him. Back to Braden Smith with a shot clock at 8. Braden wants to clear out. Roberts on him. Left side he feeds Colvin. Colvin shooting from 18 feet straight away. In and out, no good. That was a good looking shot. It didn't go down, and now a foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn pushing off on the rebound. Purdue's 5th team foul, but that's now 3 fouls on Trey Kaufman-Renn.
That was a kind of a light discard, well away from the ball. That's one where you just kind of wish the official would let go because it has no impact on the outcome of who got the rebound and how things were trending.
8:15 remains. Houston 53, Purdue 46. Houston the Bull. They're wearing white. They're the number 1 seed here in the Midwest region. The Big 12 champions, the Cougars. L.J. Cryer to Roberts, drives in, kicks to Uzan. Catch and shoot 3, he made another one. Timeout Purdue. Milos Uzan is having himself a game. 6 made threes. 20 points against an 11-point average, and now Houston has its largest lead of the game, 56-46, with 7:55 to go in the game. On a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Houston 56, Purdue 46, largest lead of the game for the Cougars, 7:55 remaining in the contest. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM, home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Milos Uzan, 20 points in this game. He's already made 6 threes in the game. Easily a career high. His previous career high had been 4 made threes in a game. He's knocked in 6 triples in this game. He's 6 of 9 from the three-point line. And it's a 10-point lead for the number 1 seeded Houston Cougars.
Just an incredible shooting performance by Milos Uzan, a guy that only shot 29% last year from 3 when he started every game for Oklahoma, but he has had no problem shooting the 3 ball this year. Over 125 attempts, shooting close to 45% now in the season.
Lawyer, a 3 from straight away. It's no good off the front of the iron. Good look coming out of the timeout. Purdue got what they wanted, their best three-point shooter, to have an open look straight away, but it was short. Houston the ball. Houston in command here with 7:30 to go. Roberts to Cryer on a chest pass to the left wing. Right back to Roberts. He drives on Heidi. Stops on the left block. Now he's double-teamed there with Trey Kaufman-Rim. To Uzan. 6 on a shot clock. Colvin on Uzan. Dribbling. Coming in, left arc, kick it way out high for a sharp 3. It's missed off the front of the rim, rebounded by Camden Heidi of the Boilermakers.
That's a big rebound there. Now can you get a huge bucket here and just get this crowd back into it and try to make a run.
Heidi's second rebound of the game. Braden Smith to Miles Colvin. 15 feet, elbow good. He rises, he fires, he scores. Miles Colvin, 7 points for him. He averages 5 a game. He played his high school ball right here in Indianapolis at Heritage Christian High School. It's 56-48. Houston the lead. Down inside, Roberts, left-handed banker, no. Long rebound, picked up by whom? Miles Colvin. Purdue has some numbers if they like to push. Roberts was slow getting up off the floor. Here's Fletcher Lawyer driving, banking it in, coming in from the right wing aggressively. A modest 4-0 run by the Boilermakers has trimmed the lead to 56-50.
Well, here we go. Try to get a little game pressure on the Cougars. The crowd for the Boilers back into it here, and it looks like Sampson wants a timeout.
Timeout. Kelvin Sampson, the 12-time National Coach of the Year, could sense that the Purdue fans were getting emotionally involved again. 6:07 to go in the game with a timeout on the floor. Play championship golf at the Burke Boilermaker Golf Complex. Enjoy great food and drinks at the new Pete Dye Clubhouse. And shop official Purdue gear at the Purdue Pro Shop. Experience it all at PurdueGolf.com. Well, it's a 4-0 run by Purdue, which doesn't sound like much, but it has gotten Purdue to within 56-50, and more importantly, has gotten the Purdue crowd off of their chair and rooting for the team here.
Come on, Rob. All we need is like a kill shot, just a little 10-0 run, and this game's all tied up. We're two. What are we? 2/5 of the way there.
Purdue has 25 kill shots on the season. So, yeah, one more wouldn't hurt. The kill shot, of course, defined as a 10-0 run. Purdue plays with Colvin and Heidi, Lawyer, Trey Kaufman-Wren, and Braden Smith. Houston now with 2 timeouts left. Purdue has only 1 left for the final 6:07. Houston fans clad in red sitting behind their bench across the way. And L.J. Cryer has the ball into the front court, dribbling with his left hand. Hand off to Uzan. What play will the Cougars run coming out of the timeout? They'll get Cryer, a short floater, right elbow, long, rebounded by whom? Lost out of bounds by Purdue. Fletcher Lawyer is pointing at, he's pointing right at Tugler, saying, no, that was off of Tugler. But Purdue won't catch a break. It will be Houston ball, baseline left with 5:55 remaining.
Oh, that ball blatantly goes off Tugler's left hand. That hurts.
Ooh, that does hurt. And it's now, no, forget about it. Miles Colvin stole the pass. Purdue with the ball. Full Lawyer a 3. Oh, it's long, but a foul on a rebound on Trey Kaufman-Wren. They say Trey pushed off. Matt Painter's losing his mind with the official who made the call. 4th foul on Trey Kaufman-Wren, who would have had an uncontested offensive rebound put back. But the official said the reason he was uncontested, he pushed the Houston player L.J. Cryer out of the way underneath the bucket. Well, does Matt Painter roll the dice here and play TKR with 5:48 to go and 4 fouls? He does not. Caleb First coming into the game. Boy, Trey, who rarely shows his emotions on his sleeve, is really upset, visually screaming as he walks to the bench at the official who made that call. 6-point lead for Houston. 5:40 to go. Houston the ball. Uzan dribbles over the timeline right to left. Off a screen from Tugler. Stops near the top of the key and will give the ball to the Sharp, who shoots deep from the 3-point line. And now a foul on the rebound on Purdue again. This one on Caleb First. And the Purdue fans are now quite vocal in expressing their displeasure. That's team foul number 7. And Houston's going to have a 1-and-1 with 5:29 to go. Boy, Purdue gets a couple of misses here, but they can't come up with a defensive rebound. Instead, a foul and a 1-and-1 for Joseph Tugler. This year, he's a 54% foul shooter. Tugler, who wears number 11 on the white uniform. Young man from Monroe, Louisiana. Shoots it up there. Oh, he got the luckiest of all rolls. hit off the back of the iron, then on the right side of the rim and rolled into the bucket. 57-50, Houston the lead.
Wow, the iron not supposed to be kind to the team that's basically the road team here in this environment, but a friendly roll there for Tugler.
Tugler, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, he missed the second one, so he splits them. 7-point Houston lead, Purdue the ball. Houston's only committed 3 fouls in the second half. As aggressive and as physical as they play, they've only committed 3 fouls for the half. Purdue has committed 7. That's a big number right now. Deep three for Heidi on the way is a triple time. Purdue trails 57-53.
Oh, just a massive hit there. Heidi sets the screen for Smith to get the handoff and then just simply replaces at the top of the key area. Smitty finds him and Heidi is pure.
Pryor, perimeter left with a catch, dribbling top of the key, stopping at the right elbow, now keeps coming downhill, rises, fires, shoots it long, and Heidi with a rebound. Purdue on the run left to right in the black unis, trailing by 4 with 4:44 to go. It's 57-53 Houston. 15 on the shot clock for Braden Smith. Between the rings, he's working. Ball was kicked. He tried to throw it into the short roll to Trey Coughlin-Wren, but the ball was kicked by Emmanuel Sharp. Purdue gets 20 on a shot clock. Houston is quickly going to sub back in Jawan Roberts. Trey Coughlin-Wren playing here with 4 fouls.
Can ill afford to lose him. That's an understatement. Just so critical to what Purdue does offensively with his ability to short roll and then facilitate or score and finish in his own right.
And he's also the team's leading scorer and rebounder on the season. Here's Braden Smith off a screen from TKR, top of the key. Throws it to Trey Coughlin-Wren. Backs down, Roberts goes strong and was fouled. They drew the foul from Tugler, maybe Roberts. Either way, it'll be foul number 4. Whoever it goes against, it's Tugler, and it is his 4th. Tugler with 4 fouls will put Trey Coughlin-Wren at the line. Team foul number 4, but this will be a 2-shot opportunity for Trey Coughlin-Wren, who has 10 points in the game. He averages 20 a game. Last 5 games of the season, he's been averaging 25 points a game. First free throw is good.
Here we go. We're now at a 1-possession game with the Boilers down 3. Chance to make it a 2-point game, and this is what you wanted, right? This is all you wanted from a Purdue standpoint was give yourself a chance late in this game and put some game pressure on the Cougars, and they're doing just that here.
Purdue was trailing by 10, 56-46, 3.5 minutes ago. Since then, Houston has scored only 1 point. Free throw on the way for Trey is good, and it's now a 57-55 Houston lead.
Those are big free throws, not only on the score column, but it allows Caleb First to come in now for Trey. Keep him off the floor defensively. Make sure he avoids that 5th foul. Get a better defender on the floor.
4:15 remaining. Houston the ball. Houston a 2-point lead. Uzan over the timeline. C.J. Cox is guarding him. Chest pass between the circles. It goes to Sharp. Further right wing. Now back in the hands of Uzan. We're to 4 minutes to remaining. Uzan dribbling with the left hand, motioning with the right. Coming to the left elbow, extended and stopping. Now working his way to the free throw line. Lobs it inside. Spinning a hook shot for Francis is missed. Lost out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue. Caleb First was fighting in there with Jawan Roberts. It went out of bounds. Baseline left. And we have a timeout on the floor. Houston ball when we come back. Houston 57, Purdue 55. 3:48 remains in the game on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval. Offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News Best Cars at cars.usnews.com.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years. Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
Houston 57, Purdue 55. 3:48 remains in the game. Houston with 2 timeouts remaining. Purdue with 1 timeout remaining. Purdue has committed 7 fouls. Houston has committed 4. Houston the ball baseline left with 20 on the shot clock when we resume. Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Indiana Packers, Molson Coors, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Purdue Global, Riley Children's Health, State Farm Insurance, Toyota, and Wabash. Each are great partners of Purdue Athletics. Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell thanking you for joining us late. We're well past midnight in the Eastern Time Zone, but we have ourselves a thriller. Houston the ball, baseline left. Possession arrow favors Houston should that become an issue. Houston throws it into Sharp, perimeter, or on the right baseline. He throws it to the high right wing where it's caught by Roberts. Dribble handoff to Cryer. Shot clock down to 10. Cox on Cryer. Cryer left side Uzan. Left side back to Cryer on a flare. Catch and shoot 3. Good. A flare screen gets Cryer open for a 3 from the right wing. His first made 3 of the game for the third-team All-American. It's a 5-point lead for Houston.
What a big-time shot from a guy who's struggled all game long.
That's why he's an All-American. Here's Braden Smith. Skip pass left side Colvin. Catch and shoot 3 on the way. It's long. No good. Rebounded Uzan of Houston. 3:05 to go. 5-point lead for the Cougars. Purdue had a good look from Miles Colvin, but it wouldn't go down from that left arc. Uzan between the rings. Cox all over him. Chest pass to the high right wing, caught by Javier Francis. Now to Cryer. Will Cryer try to take the game over here late? Stopped on the left wing. Gives to Sharp. Sharp coming down the right side. Fall away jumper. Long. Grabbed by Miles. I beg your pardon. It was not Miles. That was Camden Heide. Camden Heide grabbed the rebound off the weak side. 2:35 to go. 5-point lead for Houston. Purdue wants to take a timeout, and it will be Purdue's final timeout. So Matt Painter's going to burn the final timeout. I think mainly he wanted to get Trey Kaufman-Wren back into the game.
And Lawyer.
So Lawyer will sub in. Trey Kaufman-Wren will sub in. The clock will stop with 2:32 to go in the game. 60-55, Houston the lead. And Purdue with the possession with 20 on the shot clock.
Man, what a game. Purdue has certainly had its chances, right? It's going to be a game where I think if Purdue's unable to come back and win this one, it's going to be one that certainly bothers them for a while as far as the missed opportunities. When you think about, it's not been a high turnover game, but definitely some turnovers you'd like to have back. And just a bunch of really good, clean looks. Purdue, from a three-point percentage standpoint, we haven't quite got the most up-to-date stats.
7 of 23.
7 of 23, yeah. So you're below 30% from 3. And, man, Rob, a lot of these have been pretty good looks. I would say of the 23, maybe 5 were ones that were, a little bit rushed, a little bit contested, maybe transition ones. Fletch has taken a couple of those. The other ones are all pretty much spot-up open threes. and just not quite a good enough percentage probably, right, if you're going to try to beat the number 1 seed.
Well, really, that's where the game has been won and lost. Purdue 7 of 23, Houston 9 of 23.
Yep, those 2 additional triple times, the difference here in this 5-point game, basically.
Let's see what offensive coordinator P.J. Thompson has drawn up during this timeout. With 2:32 to go in the game, Purdue down 60-55. Boilermaker ball inbounding from in front of the Purdue bench. Into Braden Smith in the front court. Triple weave out high. Colvin to Heidi, back to Braden Smith. Here comes Braden. Inside. Oh, he somehow found a wide open Trey Kaufman-Renn, who punches it home with 2 hands. Purdue trails 60-57.
Braden Smith has just been unbelievable today. His passing and his handling of this pressure defense from Houston just been top-notch.
His 14th assist of the game, Braden Smith. Uzan for Houston, stopping on the right elbow, shooting a wild shot. It's missed. It's rebounded by whom? Trey Kaufman-Renn of Purdue. We're under 2 minutes remaining. Boilermakers are trailing by 3. A lot of contact on that last shot by Houston. No whistle, however. Purdue says that's fine by us. Heidi fakes a 3. Now he'll shoot the 3 on the right wing. He'll leave it just short. Oh, a good look for Camden Heidi. Would have tied the game, but it was short. Rebounded Jawan Roberts of Houston. 1:30 remains in the game. Clock ticking. Houston a 3-point lead. Houston has 2 timeouts if they would choose to use. Purdue out of timeouts. Pryor wants a ball screen. Comes off it. Down the right side of the paint. Shot blocked. Blocked by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Gobbled up Camden Heidi. Purdue has to run offense here and has to do it without a timeout. 1:08 to go in the game. 21 on the shot clock. Braden Smith is bumped and fouled by Sharp. He was coming in strong from the right wing on a right-handed dribble. Sharp gave him a little bit of a hip check. Knocked him to the ground. It'll be Purdue ball out of bounds, baseline right, because that's only the 5th team foul against the Houston Cougars.
Fouls to give there for Houston, certainly big in that moment. Man, a great job by Houston to take away that catch and shoot opportunity for Cam. You know, Cam is a really good spot-up shooter, but not a guy who's, you know, normally is taking shots from 3 off the bounce.
Lawyer catches it on the right arc, goes behind the back, gives the Trey Kaufman-Renn to Colvin. Swing it left side, Braden Smith. He will shoot a 3. It is long, but rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. Back to Braden Smith, who's in the left corner. We're at 50 seconds remaining. 50 seconds to go in the game. Purdue's trailing by 3. Purdue the ball. Braden Smith on the Trey Kaufman-Renn screen. Between the circles he is. Now, he's trying to go between the legs. Guarded by Roberts. Coming downhill. Kicks in the corner. Heidi a catch and shoot 3. This game is tied on a Camden Heidi triple time. We're all square at 60. Houston will take a timeout with 29 seconds remaining.
This is unbelievable theater here in Lucas Oil Stadium. What a kick-out pass. Late shot clock from Smith, and Heidi converts in the biggest moments.
That was not an easy shot.
No, it was not. Fading to his right.
And he was already deep in the corner when he caught it. Cam catches a deep right corner, and as Bob accurately said, he's falling out of bounds to his right with a defender in his face. But Camden Heidi makes his 3rd 3 of the game. Remember late in the Big Ten season when we were talking about how Camden Heidi, we felt like, had turned the corner 3-point shooting. There was a time midway through the Big Ten season where Camden was at about 18% from 3. But he started to gradually find that stroke just a little bit more, He's now at 38% coming into this game from 3. This is a guy who was in the teens earlier in the year, shooting the 3-point ball.
You're right. Now with his 3 for 5 performance today from 3, he's probably, right at or close to that 40% mark on the season. Just a remarkable turnaround by him. And what a shot in that moment to tie the game. And wow, Rob, here we are. 4-second differential, 29 game, 25 shot clock. Purdue's got a chance if they can get a stop here because, Houston's going to have to shoot probably with a couple seconds left in the shot clock. So if you can potentially secure a defensive rebound, which is a big if for Purdue. You might have, 6, 7, 8 seconds to play with to go the other way. And, man, wouldn't that be something? A little buzzer beater at the horn for the Boilers. I pray for your oblique if you have to give out a yell of that nature.
I was injured last week, fans, with an oblique injury.
He's fighting through it, though, like a champion. It was just a tweak. A tweak to the oblique.
29 on the game clock, 25 on the shot clock. Houston the ball in the front court. We're tied at 60. And as Bob said, you have to complete the stop if you can get a stop by getting the defensive rebound, which has been a problem all night for the Boilermakers.
A little bit interested to see Caleb First not on the floor. Would have maybe thought just for defensive rebounding purposes.
Uzan near the timeline, ball in play. 15 on the shot clock. Cox is guarding him. He's dribbling right to left and left to right. Just kind of waiting there on the March Madness logo. Now the shot clock at 10. Uzan on the high perimeter left gets a screen from Cryer. Now we're at 5, now 4. Uzan coming downhill, spinning, shooting, missing. Here's a tip at it, no good. Lost out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue with 2.2 to play. Baseline left, out of bounds for the moment. For the moment, the call on the floor is Houston ball, but the officials are going to go to the monitor. 2.2 on the game clock. That's 2 seconds plus 2/10.
Man, there was a lot of contact, I felt like, with Cam Heide. As Cam was trying to secure that rebound, it felt to me that he was getting like an arm grabbed and stuff. It would not have put Purdue in the bonus if they would have called a foul. They still have one foul to give Houston, but of course it would give Purdue possession if they called a foul. Instead, I did think it looked like it went off Cam Heide to me in real time. We'll see, getting the review here. Yeah, that went off Cam's left hand, so it's going to be Houston's ball, under out of bounds, 2.2 to go. Oh, man, this is you got to take away the lob. You cannot get beat on an easy lob or layup. You have to force Houston to make a jump shot of some sort. They obviously got a lot of guys, Uzan, Cryer, Sharp, fully capable of coming off these little screening actions to get shots. We've seen earlier in this game, just the start of the second half, Sharp comes off a little side wing screen to come ball side and get a simple catch and shot right in the corner. So they're going to get a look here. Can Purdue contest? The good news for Purdue is probably not enough time to get a tip in.
Yeah.
If a jump shot is taken. So you just got to defend that initial shot and not allow Houston to walk you off here.
Our official attendance tonight at Lucas Oil Stadium has been set at 28,968, so just under 29,000. And it feels like all 28,968 are standing on their feet right now. I can't see a single human being in this building that is not standing, aside from Media Row, where we're forced to stay seated.
Wow.
It will be Houston ball. They're going to add a little bit to the clock. It has now moved to 2.8. So 2.8 for Houston to have the ball, baseline left. And it'll all come down to this out-of-bounds play right here for the Houston Cougars, the 1 seed.
Well, you would anticipate Purdue going to switch everything probably to try to take away clean looks. You can't foul. Purdue in the bonus, or Houston in the bonus. You cannot have a cheap foul here.
Uzan is the inbounder. Throws it to Tugler. Back to Uzan. He made it with .8. He made it with .8. They stopped the game to check the clock. Uzan threw the ball to Tugler, who then threw it right back to Uzan, the inbounder, who stepped in
the previous play
and made a layup from the left side of the basket. That was a well-designed inbounds play for Houston. You had the inbounder inbound the ball, step in, and they threw it right back to him. And wouldn't you know, Milos Uzan, who's been killing Purdue all night long, lays that in from the left side of the rim. For the moment, they have stopped the clock at .8, and Houston now leading 62-60.
Oh, man, just fitting that Uzane is the one who scores that layup, because you're right. He has been the Purdue killer in this game, and he steps up in the biggest moment. What a design there. Purdue does what they call a rabbit from a defensive alignment standpoint when they guard under out of bounds plays. Well, they take the guy guarding the inbounder, and a lot of teams will do this, but Purdue will have that guy guarding the inbounder jump out and take a shooter if he's coming to the corner. Well, in this case, so as Braden Smith rabbits off of Uzane, who's the inbounder, Uzane was able to step right back in with no one on him and get the layup.
They have readjusted the clock to .9. 9/10 of a second for Purdue to go the length of the floor, trailing by 2. Fletcher Lawyer will be the inbounder. He is able to run the baseline. Fletcher can run the baseline. All of the other Purdue players, the other 4, Colvin and Kaufman-Wren, Heidi and Braden Smith, are at the offensive end.
Looks like they're discussing whether Fletcher's allowed to run the baseline or not.
No, I think they're discussing whether or not he's subbed in time. He was already in the game, I thought.
Oh, no, he was not in the game. You're right. It's a good call. They're not going to allow Fletcher to stay in the game.
C.J. Cox has to stay in the game. They say Lawyer did not sub in at the table in time. So Cox is going to have to do the baseball throw from left to right, with Tugler at 6'8", going to be jumping all over him to try to not let that ball get thrown to the other end. Well, here we go, fans. This could be an all-timer. Cox, Braden Smith, the half-court shot at the horn is an air ball, and Houston survives the upset bid from the Boilermakers. Braden Smith caught it at midcourt on the near sideline, spun and threw up a wildly contested shot that came up just short on the right side of the rim. And Houston will beat Purdue 62-60. And Purdue's season will end here tonight in the round of 16 here in Indianapolis. What a comeback effort for the Boilermakers that will fall just short. Purdue trailed 56-46 with 7:55 to go in the game. Houston would score only 6 more points the rest of the way. But it was the final 2 of the 6 that was the dagger. Milos Uzane, a layup from the left side of the rim with .9 remaining in the game, is the difference maker. Houston 62, Purdue 60. Houston improves to 33-4 and moves on to the Elite 8. The Boilermakers season ends at 24-12. Our postgame show begins when we come back to Lucas Oil Stadium. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, we want to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Boiler up! It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every